The grey man does whatever a grey man can. Can he make a comic feed? Yes, he can. He just did. Watch now. A video from Grey Man. A video from Grey Man.
Hello. Ugh. Someone's turned up at last. I was just sitting there waiting for someone to turn up. Oh, and just like that, both of my fellow people have turned up a minute late.
Hey.
Hello, guys.
Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Hey, Jets.
I'm good. No, I had one person watching for a second there. They've gone now, so never mind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I had to open up my garage because I'm about to get a pit bull to babysit for 9 days. So.
Oh, right. Another one, same one you had before. That wasn't a pit bull, was it?
No, that was my son's dog. That was a black lab that I had last week.
I hope he doesn't chew on the books.
Well, the reason I'm on a minute late is because I forgot the gate on the stairs upstairs. So I was putting to make sure that she didn't get up and piss on my book. So
yeah.
Whose dog is it, Kyle?
One of my gay couple friends, they're going to Disney World weekend.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm subbing in for her two daddies. So
Nice.
Right.
So they'll probably turn up on camera here. I mean, the thing it could be from 5 to 7, which is it's 5 now here. So if one gets off work early enough, they're coming right over. If not, right at the tail end of this, they'll be showing up with her. But one way or the other, I'm going to probably pull guest right while I'm sitting.
Do you know the dog? Have you? Does it know you?
Yeah, this is like my 3rd time watching her over the years.
Okay, fine.
And they trust me implicitly. So,
Right. Cool. How's your cold doing?
Better and worse. Still ain't got my voice back. My diaphragm feels like it's being ripped out from the underside. And then we know my dumb is supposed to be in. And, well, night I went on Journey and K-pop and Mad Spidey. And we're on for 7 straight hours. So I went on just before midnight.
Talking about what?
I went on just before midnight and got off just before, or went on at like 11 p.m. and got off just after 6 a.m. So.
An all-nighter, man.
Yeah.
I've done 5 hours of Skyrim today.
Huh?
So I've done 5 hours of Skyrim today.
I tried to peek in once or twice. Kept trying to make myself lay down.
Box 9.
Box 9. What's in box 9, Gray?
I don't know. Do you want to have a guess?
Right.
Oh my God. Couldn't be happier. They keep screwing up our trash pickup. A new company took over our trash. It all
no, we Spectre last week, wasn't it? Was it not Spectre last week or the week before? No, a couple of DC ones, though. A couple of DC characters.
Yeah, obviously DC, and it's not Jimmy Olsen. We would get into Lois Lane today, or League of Superheroes.
Oh, Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. Let's put myself on the bigger screen. Yeah, this is my Green Lantern other books, not part of any of the runs. This is like
Green Lantern Others.
Mini-series and one-offs, Elseworlds, that kind of thing. So that's Emerald Dawn 2. I don't know if I've got Emerald Dawn 1 in there, but a random flyer from a company called DBF Comics.
I like that.
Do you know DBF Comics?
Who?
DBF Comics?
No, never heard of them. No.
I must have bought off them at some point. I'll keep this Emerald Dawn 2. Sinestro.
That's Sinestro.
Talk about what? Kyle's dirty jokes. Of course. Hey, come on, Nauman. Nauman popped in for a minute. I made one dick joke yesterday. And that was it. And it wasn't even initiated by me. Simon initiated it. So, yeah.
The trial of Sinestro.
That's down on your daily intake of about 20, Kyle.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
why aren't Nauman and Captain on here, too?
Sinestro or Sinestro? What do you reckon, guys?
Sinestro.
Sinestro.
They call him Sinestro in the movies and cartoons.
But it's 1001 Emerald Nights.
Ooh,
that's P. Craig Russell, isn't it?
It's basically the 1001 Nights of the doesn't say.
Does it say PCR on the cover somewhere?
Yeah,
in
fancy
writing.
It looks like that's PCR.
Yeah, that's P. Craig Russell.
And Brightest Day, Blackest Night. You got the original Green Lantern and Solomon Grundy there.
Nice.
Is he still gay? I mean, I know they made him gay like 5 years ago. Did they actually stick with him?
Yeah. The original, Alan Scott is apparently gay now. Well,
okay.
It's like it's a different universe. The universe has changed a few times, and in this iteration of the universe, he's always been gay.
Okay.
This is quite a cool run. This I got that kind of it's a Circle of Fire. It's
Kyle Rayner.
And he's like teamed up with lots of different characters across the run. I can't remember. I quite like the covers. They teamed up with the Atom here.
That's about the only Green Lantern I want to pick up for the first couple Kyle Rayners.
Oh, girl. And this is a weird looking Green Lantern. He looks like a knight.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Yeah. I can't remember what the story is now, but you see, one of them is like the first female Earth Green Lantern. I think she's Russian. Okay. She doesn't get mentioned. Everyone talks about that Cruz, whatever her name is, Cruz. But I think this woman in this series was the first Earth.
No, it's Firestorm.
Firestorm. Yep. Adam Strange, and look at that weird Green Lantern there.
Very odd. I quite like these guest appearances, though.
Yeah, Adam Strange always goes down. I like Adam Strange. And it's just like it's a topple and tail. So it's got Circle of Fire 1, then a few team-ups, and then Circle of Fire 2. I've got no idea what the story is about now. Really cannot remember. I read it when it came out in 2000. Right, Tales of the Green Lantern Corps. And as a kid, I said corpse, and I still can't get it out of my head. So I have to concentrate not to say Green Lantern Corpse. Because
isn't it crazy they keep stopping that movie? That should have been a movie years ago.
They're talking about making a movie,
and not do it, then do it.
I thought the first Green Lantern movie was fine. I like the first Green Lantern movie, but
it wasn't bad. It
wasn't bad
at all.
Yeah,
and I love those covers. The first 3 issues of Tales of Green Lantern, I love those covers.
Right, a couple of Tales of Green Lantern Corps annuals.
See, the first one was Gil Kane. Looks like the second one's Gil Kane, too.
Yeah, it looks like it. Right, Tales of the Green Lantern Corps number 3. This is not Gil Kane. I'm not too sure it is. Looks like it's signed JTS, possibly.
JTS. No idea.
JTS. How about JST? It's Jim Starlin.
No, JTS. It looks like
it's Jim Starlin. That's what that is, though. It's Jim Starlin.
Well, JTS is Jim Starlin.
It's like he just jumbled the things around, but that's Jim Starlin.
Maybe. Right, Green Lantern Mosaic. This is like John Stewart was the hero of this one. Like it was like a planet lots of different towns have been. Oh, Rayman's here. I didn't notice him there. Sorry, Ray. Didn't know how long you were there for, mate.
Ray,
Hey, buddy.
Ray.
Hey,
we go.
Hello,
guys.
Ray. Hello,
There
Ray.
you sexy name, bloke, you.
So basically, this
How's
is like
Maine today, Ray?
I was
That's what?
what?
How's Maine today, Ray?
I don't
Maine.
live in Maine.
I thought you
you-
said you lived in. Oh, you're in Massachusetts. You're right outside of
Massachusetts.
Portland, Maine, but you're in Massachusetts. All right, how's Massachusetts from Madame?
where they have tea parties.
Oh my God, you're too funny, Kyle.
Well,
So this,
I'm sick and I'm twisted in the head, and I was on for 7 hours.
you're truth adjacent as always. You knew it began with an M. That's all that
I
matters.
keep remembering him telling me he's like an hour and a half from Portland, Maine, and I just have it stuck in my head he's in Maine.
Right, right.
He's a man from Maine. No, he's not. He's a man from Massachusetts. So anyway,
So, how is it in Massachusetts today? Because it's up to 50 degrees now here.
It's cold.
Yeah. It's
30, 30 today, and with the wind chill factor, probably about 25.
It's a good Christmas themed one for future cover slingers.
Very nice.
This weather's insane. It got me thinking the other day. This is a story I got to tell one day. I've been in counting wind chill. I've been in temperatures 60 below zero, which once it's below 40, it's the same as Celsius and Fahrenheit. So I've been in temperature 60 below zero, and the highest temperature I've been in regular recorded was 122. So what? That's like closing in on 50 Celsius or some shit. So,
Which did you prefer, Kyle?
from 60 below to 122, I preferred the 122.
Did you?
But considering what I was dressed in, I was sweating like a pig. I was in a charcoal wool suit, sealed
Wow,
off
that's not good.
chemical weapons gear suit in 120 degree weather.
Whoa.
But that blistering cold was brutal. But I've been in 180 degree temperature swing in my lifetime.
That's impressive.
Right, anyway, long story short, because it keeps getting cut off every time I try and talk about it. It's a crap story. It's a crap series. Really boring.
Well, yeah, you went into crap story, so I was just talking to the fellas.
No, this story is crap. I'm not talking about your story. I'm talking about this story. I'm talking about the comic books I'm showing, Kyle.
And there's Roger too, but yeah. Well, you're showing crap DC comic books, what am I supposed to do?
God.
I'm talking about the story. I'm not talking about your story. I'm talking about the comics that I was showing. Anyway, anyone wants to show something else?
Hey, Mark, that was a great job getting that crinkle out of that book.
Oh, thank you, Ray. Yeah,
I watched that.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts that you can get out water damage and improve a book that much. But if it's not even water damaged and just regular, like crunched, you can't get those out because
it's those particular type of ones where it's been exposed to moisture. If you give it a steam and press it, completely takes it out. It's quite impressive. Yeah.
In fact, it got down to two. It's like, the water damage didn't hurt it except for as long as mold hadn't hit it, the staples haven't rusted.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah.
It's that's what I heard. It's almost better if you have a rough shaped book, dip it in damn water and then steam it out. So
absolutely. Yeah. It's really counterintuitive is that a comic that's been damaged by water, the easiest way to fix it is with water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the ones that I've actually had some with really bad water staining, and the way to get that out is to soak them, and it actually drains out all the contaminants that have come from the water staining. Yeah.
I mean, I got several books that kind of fit into that, and it just dive right in. That could probably considerably more valuable that way because it's just old wear and tear. But I don't know. I ended up trading some of my bigger books.
The comic restoration stuff on comics that are not worth anything. Because if it goes wrong, it doesn't really matter.
While they chin wag.
Okay. All right.
We can still carry on the conversation, but it's sad to watch at the same time.
I did go to the flea market Sunday.
Oh, cool.
What did you get, Ray?
Not mine. Mine's closed. I had to go to Taunton. It's about a 45-minute drive for me.
Okay.
They're the only ones that are open throughout the winter.
Right. What
They
was the
only
pit
got
bull
4
like?
books.
Oh,
There was vendors outside braving the cold, but
Wow.
nobody had books. So I went inside, and
That's a
those
great-
guys in there, crazy prices.
that's one of my
Unbelievable.
favourite runs of all time. Braving the cold. Oh no, Braving the bold. Sorry.
Yeah. So I picked up a couple of dollar books, just 2 of them. I just like the covers. This is an annual Justice League International. I just got it because it was a cool looking Joker
Oh,
cover.
that's a nice cover. I like that.
I've got that
Yeah.
one.
Got that one.
It's all right for
Pretty
a
cool.
dollar.
For $1. It was only
I'd buy
$1.
that for a dollar.
Yeah, these two
I
for
imagine
$1.
these pitbulls arrived. I think Carl's pitbull must have turned up.
Yeah.
This one, it's God is Dead. This is a more modern book from I think it
I've
was
heard that.
2013, #1. I just got it because I thought the cover was cool looking.
Yeah, let's talk about how big of a dumbass I am.
All right.
Jaguar God.
Yeah. I thought it was cool.
Very cool. Boy.
Now,
Carl.
these
I forgot
next
to
two,
shut off my notifications and stuff, and because I got worried about the dog coming in. I set an alarm that I forgot about yesterday. That just shut me right out of here because, again, I'm a dumbass. So, dumbass on parade here today. So,
I brought my Thor list with me, but
Oh, you didn't get
couldn't
any.
find any. So I went to
dude,
this
I
other
can
vendor.
clear that thing off for you.
Yeah,
That's
you
an
probably
old style
could.
pull list.
Get on a
right?
call with me and we'll just clear that thing
This
off.
Yeah,
this
Carl,
guy
the shape is
wanted
better than the catch.
$35 for this book here.
Whoa.
I talked him down to 15, so I
Right.
might have overpaid. I'm not sure. This
It's
is
a bit
Journey
tight,
into
but-
Mystery, #120.
At 35, yeah, 15
No,
is
you did
I got
great.
it for 15.
Yeah,
That's
great.
nice.
35 would have been good on that, buddy. You did
Yeah,
fine.
that looks
Really?
Yeah,
What grade
if
do you
the
think that
pages
is?
and shit aren't out of that, yeah,
What grade do
No,
you
they're
think that is,
beautiful inside.
that's a 6 all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah, $35 or $35 would have been a steal on that. So 15 is ridiculous.
I got it for
Goodbye.
15. This
Goodbye.
one here.
Yeah,
I thought it was a good deal.
yeah, I'd pay 35 for that and not bat an eye.
So, oh, good. Then I did good on that.
Yeah.
I thought I overpaid.
No,
I swear,
If
That's
I
not
was
the way
paying
it's
30
supposed
for
to
that,
be.
I'd be checking.
Negotiations for him.
All right.
Yeah.
Then this one here, he wanted 20, and I talked him down to 15. This is Thor 139. This one here, I think
Nice.
it's the first cover appearance of Lady Sith.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Probably a good deal.
Not as good as the last one, but
No.
you know, not bad. For the
It's
two
not
of them,
in good shape.
for the
You-
two of them paid $30, you cleaned up.
All right, but you know what's weird? What's weird about this cover? I don't know if you can see it, but I
Through
can
the inside.
see right through it,
Yeah.
right through
Well,
the cover.
take it out and open it up. There might be
Yeah,
color.
Can you
on
see that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I've got that one, and I was looking at it the other day, and it's got exactly the same problem on my copy.
Oh, okay.
You
So
can-
it's not just this book.
No,
No,
not.
it's too strong on the black ink on the interior and the white's clear.
Over the white foreground.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. It's such
Yeah. Mine. I was looking at it the other day. Mine's got exactly the same problem. So
You can even see it on the camera, can't you? You can even see it
Yeah.
on the camera.
Yeah.
how much
Yeah.
is going through.
That's just common bleed through. That's not
Yeah.
even a defect. Common
No.
bleed
Okay,
through.
that's what I thought it was. A
Mm.
defect or something.
No, if it goes through the other way, if you're looking at it from the cover and on the inside you see stuff bleed through like that,
Right?
then you know there's been color touch on it.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
or there tends to
So-
be, if it's a lighter color, there tends to be color touch. But when you get bleed through, and especially that's like 1968, where they're switching presses and stuff like
Right,
that, and
that-
they're just trying to figure it out.
actually, I'm
this is
quite pleased to have seen that, Ray, because I
66.
thought mine had a problem, but actually it looks just like yours.
Yeah, that's fairly
we'll go with-
common in like 67, 68,
Right.
69 books.
Right.
Like they figured it out by 71, I think.
All right.
But nope, that's just simple bleed through. It's not even considered a defect.
I'm gonna go with some Superman.
Why? You're doing so good with Marvel.
Metarog.
Graham's got all the DC going on.
Yeah, well, let's go with Superman number 114.
Hey,
Hi,
Brian.
Brian.
All right. Well, if you're going to
need
bring that.
Show old Superman, Ray. Don't listen to that Kyle. He doesn't know nothing.
They only
Is that
got
a date
few
stamp
old
under the
ones.
bullet? Is that
That's
a date
great one,
stamp?
that is.
Yeah, is that a date stamp under the bullet?
Under the bullet.
Next to the 10 cent in the
Pencil mark,
S.
pen mark. Is it a pen
No,
mark?
it just says okay.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
It says okay.
So what? 1960 on that one?
That's an old one, isn't it? 120.
It's a 10 center.
1957.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's an old one.
That's a great one.
I've got that, but it's in really, really bad condition. That
Are you
yours is
sure?
much
You
better
sure
than
it says OK on there, Ray? Not UK, as in like send it to someone in the UK.
Hey, Ray.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray.
What?
You want to do me a favor?
What?
It'd
No.
mean a lot to me if you found a way to put Superman in a trade and we can A-OK it to Gray, and I'll give you something good for that.
No, you don't.
I'll give you like a journey into mystery for that
He
one,
wants that
and
one.
we can A-OK it to Gray. Are you up for that?
We'll think about it.
I'm dead
Yeah.
serious, though. Willing to trade that to me for a journey into mystery, Gray? We're going to see to it it's sent to you as an A-OK.
If it happens.
Ray, you'd have none of your comics left if you kept listening to all these trades.
Yeah.
No, because seriously, because like he lit up like a schoolgirl. You
Yeah.
see him?
As well.
Like a 1957 Superman. Dude, if I had a 1957 Superman still, want to send it your way. I got a 59 Jimmy Olsen. The way you lit up like a little schoolgirl right there, I was like, yeah, that's worth trading away one of my good comics to get that to you.
It's a nice comic book. It's a good comic book.
Hey, I'll trade you one of my Journey into Mysteries in the 90s for that. Straight up. And that goes to Gray.
I'm saving
Just so
this for
you know.
cover slingers when they have dragon covers.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
but I'm saying if you're
Hey,
willing to
maybe
let go
after
of
that, then
for
I'll
like-
think about it.
No, Ray, hang on a minute. Just show that again. You'd have Gray would go into one of his rants about how that isn't a dragon.
Well,
It's some form of lizard.
Yeah, it's got flames coming out of his nostrils.
Flames coming out of his nose.
Where's Roger? Roger, that's a dragon cover.
All right. Are you ready for this deal, Ray? One
Wow.
time right here, right now. The Tom Brevoort Journey into Mystery number 90 that's only on its third owner now with me, that came out of Tom Brevoort, chief of Marvel Comics currently. It came out of his childhood collection. I'll trade you the Brevoort 90, which is mid to high grade.
I think
I let it. Ray shows his arm. There you go. Yeah, trying to get me to trade for that, Rod. But I'll trade you that Brevoort 90, which is probably in a 5 or a 6.0. That's Thor's 7th appearance, or 8th appearance, because 83.90. Thor's 8th appearance, I'll trade you that for that Superman, if it goes to Gray.
Talk about it off.
Oh my God.
Can I just drop it on things on
But that offer is on the table, buddy. Just so that offer, book for book. And you're making out like a bandit on that, because I'm pretty sure my journey's worth double that all day long. But
The Last Days of Superman.
1962.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
That's the thing with
I do like these Superman stuff. I'm with Gray. This is really
Superman and Batman have been going for so long that, like, unless you've been made of money, you wouldn't have seen all the Linkin World comics.
No, I've never seen some of these. Which I
Yeah,
love.
some of these old
Neil
Superman.
Adams right here.
15 years, Superman goes into public domain, and
Yeah.
Marvel's going to start printing him.
I
Yeah,
think I might have that one. It looks familiar.
I think I go into public
I got
domain
two
in
of
15
those.
years' time as well.
I won't be alive then, so it doesn't matter.
No, it's true. Well, 15
My
years. You never
my
know.
life expectancy is absolute zero at 15 years. is
210.
what I got.
Uh,
Enjoy your dinner, Roger.
Yeah, I remember. I think I've seen that
Going
cover.
to dinner. I thought he said,
Oh, that's
all right,
a nice cover. I like
I'm
that.
off to dinner, then I'll come and rest.
Yeah. Yeah, Clark Kent making his own death. I was going back to something we were talking about earlier on, Mark. Do you think in centigrade? Do you think in Fahrenheit? Because I always think in Fahrenheit. Because when I was a kid,
I work in centigrade.
You used to work in centigrade. You must have gotten used to it as you got older or something. I was always. But I think temperatures like.
No, I was a scientist. I was a scientist grade.
Yeah,
so my degree was in science, so I was in centigrade.
So you've got used to it. But for some reason, for me, when it comes to temperature, I always think in Fahrenheit.
Yeah. What's 122 Fahrenheit and centigrade?
No idea.
About 70.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, because one of the problems.
Yep, another dragon cover.
Oh, that's a nice dragon cover.
I'm giving that to Fanboy Prime. My copy of that I'm giving to Fanboy Prime.
The Viking from Valhalla.
So mine's beat up though, and sadly one of the pictures of the kid on the back is cut out, and it's me on it. So I guess I got the copy from the kid who was on the ad on the back. Oh. Elongated Superman.
Is spaghettification. That's a science term for you, Mark. Spaghettification.
Forgetification.
Spaghettification. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's when something is stretched out by a black hole. It is. If it's when you go to a black hole, and it sucks into it. It gets drawn out thinly. It's called spaghettification. I swear.
Oh, spaghettification. Yeah. I have heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah. I was probably saying it wrong.
Spaghettification. Yes, that's a good
word.
I
swear that's the word, but I could be wrong.
Nice.
Once you pass the event horizon, you get spaghettified.
There you go. It's painful.
I bet it is. Interesting one. I haven't seen that one even, and that's a much more modern one. I don't think I've seen that one. I've got quite a lot around that era, but I don't think I've seen that one before. Love a bit of old Superman. Can't go wrong with that era. I just find the covers just so much more pleasing.
Yeah, and they're still really cheap. I mean, you can pick these up. They're in dollar bins, aren't they?
Yeah, quite well. $5
bin.
Cheaper, yeah. Oh, dollar bins in America, but they've got loads in dollar bins in America. That's the kind of thing that I love. Like Superman 2001, at that point, it was like 30 years in the future or 25 years in the future. And now it's almost that much in the past. You know what I mean? That kind of anachronism sort of thing.
Yeah. It's like George Orwell's 1984, isn't it?
That was futuristic in the 50s when it was written or whatever it was. Was it 40s?
Oh, there's Solomon Grundy. I like Solomon Grundy.
Yeah. Born on a Monday.
Yeah.
Thunder killed when lightning strikes.
I swear there's got to be about 4 or 5 different characters called Thunder and Lightning in DC. There was a Thunder and Lightning in the new Teen Titans as well.
All right, Ray, put on the brakes for a second. Gray, blow me up.
That sounds rude, and I hope it was meant.
I guess there's a little marble chipping here.
The Carbon Copy Man.
But again, Journey into Mystery 90. Brevoort copy. Got provenance. This too could be yours. And the only part of the trade, the only stipulation trade, I'd trade this for that Superman. But the Superman doesn't come to me. You get it to Gray.
That's a good deal, Ray.
How do you know it's an original, though? Because it's got the carbon copy in it. How do you know it's an original?
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, for real. And I'll even take this out of the wrap and let you see it. I said there's some marble. But yeah, I'm not going to take this out of the wrap while I'm sitting in the garage.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Tom Brevoort.
You bought anything this week? Or since last week we saw you?
What's that?
I said, Mark, have you bought anything since last we saw you?
Oh yeah, I bought a few things.
But do you want to show some more, Kyle, now?
Oh no, that's the only one I brought out. The other stuff I brought out dollar store stuff.
I got in front of me.
I'm tempted this because he'd make out like a bandit. Because I want to make Ray happy and Gray happy and give Ray a great deal on this and get Gray happy on that one.
I'm always happy.
So there you go.
He's always happy. Yeah, so I had a guy who contacted me just before Christmas. He'd been watching my channel, and I'd been showing some Lois Lane covers and saying how much I like the Lois Lane covers. And he said, "Oh, I've got loads of Lois Lane. They're on eBay, but I'll sell them to you for half price."
Oh, why did you not get in touch with me? What did you get in touch with you for?
Because I've got a YouTube channel showing. When did you show Lois Lane last?
I'm always showing Lois Lane.
Anyway, so he got in touch with me and he said, "Do you want to buy them all for half price?"
Yeah.
And look, there was about 20 of them. I'd got a couple of them. I said, "Don't want those ones, but I want all the rest." So yeah, they arrived today. Really nice, very nice. About from about it, and the quite early ones, so 40 odd to 60 odd.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I've just got a few because I'm cataloguing my Lois Lanes at the moment. So one of the ones I got here is Lois Lane number 74, and apparently it says on the back of this first Bizarro Flash.
Oh, Bizarro Flash. Okay. I don't think I've seen that.
So I haven't looked inside it to see if that's correct, but I imagine it is.
1966. I would have thought Bizarro Flash.
You can tell from the checkerboard logo we're into 66 somewhere. Yeah.
I was probably also the last appearance of the Bizarro Flash.
Yeah, probably.
I don't imagine you turn up that often.
This is one of my. I love this Lois Lane cover. I've actually got 2 copies of this.
That is a cool.
Yeah,
one.
that's a good cover.
Yeah.
There's not many copies. There's not many covers with Lois Lane in a bikini.
Yeah, that totally looks like Annette Funicello. So they for that.
Anybody else knows of a Lois Lane in a bikini cover? Let me know. But I'm not aware of it.
She's been tied up by loads of miniature Justice League members in the same way.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
This one is in really bad shape, but it's mine. Lois Lane Annual 1.
Cool.
Somebody's written a big 8 on it. 8 pence.
8 pence, yeah.
Do you have it? Takes grease pen off.
Do I have what?
Do you technique that takes grease pen off?
That's really difficult to get off because it'll have. I might have a go at it at some stage, but you know, this is not.
I think there's some kind of technique that lifts off grease pen.
Right. Then I'm going to show you a couple of Lois Lanes that are really funny. I got these and I didn't realise at the time that the beards had been drawn on by the previous owner or by somebody. So this Superman here with a beard, right?
Jesus.
Looks like Jesus.
That's Nicolas Cage Superman, isn't it?
Somebody said to me, "Oh,
that's awesome.
I don't care. I really quite like the beard."
Yeah.
Photo Superman.
That is a one of one. There are no other. There's no other Lois Lanes with that were like that.
That's a variant, mate. That's a variant.
You know, the thing about that cover is the P stamp on it. That's my favorite thing about that cover.
And here we go. Here we are again. And I didn't realise initially what was going on here, but Superman and the bride. So here's Lois marrying Batman, and they've both got beards.
It works though. You can't really tell from looking at it from here. It looks like
That's cool. I like it.
And it's done quite well, isn't it? I mean,
yeah. Well, now if you come on cover slingers with beards, those could win.
Yeah.
Again, best thing about that cover though, the TNP stamp. So.
You like the TNP stamps? I've got loads of those. Right.
That's a good one. That's a nice.
Yeah, now that one would win with Matilda just for all the purple.
Oh yeah, she'd like that one, wouldn't she?
I think I might have shown that on Colour Strings on Jerk Week, and I happened to be the winner that week. So that might have been one I showed in Jerk Week.
Right.
I can't
So I've
remember
got two
And that's
copies of this
very
next one,
cool.
and this is quite funny. So this is one where so they've got it. Prove your love for Superman to save him from kryptonite death. One of you must drink the poison and die, so that you may live, and the other marry. And there's two blank balloon bubbles above there, so you've got to imagine which one is saying what.
I'm surprised that you don't have a price stamp inside one of them speech
He
bubbles.
does in his other one.
There you go.
Yeah,
you
he
go.
does in his other one. Yeah.
That's my second copy, and look where they put the price stamp.
With a stamp on it in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to
I've
love
seen
the
that
price
price label on it as well. It was one of the sellers in the London Comic Mart has a price label exactly like that. So I wondered if it was from them originally.
There you go. Gray and I went to the London Comic Mark, and I bought that at the London Comic Mark.
Oh, that's the one you bought at the London Comic Mart. Okay. Right,
Yeah.
that was the other one you had. Right. I thought it was one you got off eBay.
Yeah, I've got two of those.
Yeah, I remember you showed two, yeah.
Great fun. Lois threatening Superman. I mean, it's just an amazing series, this Lois.
It's great covers. Have you seen the one where she becomes a motorbike member of a motorbike gang?
I haven't got that one.
Lois and Clark Kent on motorbikes, looking real hard, like hard nuts as well. It's quite a cool cover.
This one's quite good fun, and I didn't realize somebody dropped me when I showed this. They said, "Oh, this is the Gentleman Ghost."
It's not. It looks like him, but it's not him.
It's not him. Okay.
No, very much like him, but it's not him. No, I thought that when I first saw it as well. But yeah, no, it's just another ghost.
Oh, right, not the Gentleman Ghost.
No,
then.
not a Gentleman Ghost. No.
Ah, okay. Thank you very much, Gray.
Yeah.
And here we go. We've got a cat fight on the cover.
Yeah. Is that the one where she's about to get executed? Like,
Yeah.
you killed Lana?
Yeah, Lois Lane's last mile. She's been executed for killing Lana Lang.
Yeah. That always like when I read it, sometimes you read an old comic book and like the villain gets taken off to be put on death row. And that kind of blows my mind because we've never had a death penalty in this country while I've been alive kind of thing. So seeing Superman like shipping villains off to death row to be executed, it's like, whoa, that just kind of blows my mind a bit. It's like, I don't approve of the death penalty because too many mistakes can be made, but to see Superman shipping someone off to be, judiciously executed or whatever, I don't know, it just doesn't
So
here's
hey,
my last
speaking of cat fight,
one, and I'm gonna let somebody else have a go. This is I love this one. This is a really nice cover. She's written a suicide note and lying on the bed, looking a bit dead. Ooh,
and you can tell it's later issue because her clothing's more 70s.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a later one. So this is 100. This is 115.
Love the Lois covers. Every time I open my Lois box or my Jimmy Olsen box, I just go through them all, just look at them all again because it's just like
they're great.
Joy to look at. I just find them a joy.
I know. I think you're responsible for this, actually, Gray.
Yeah.
All right.
Just don't be playing ones that I want.
All right. So you're gonna cut to me now, then? Huh?
You got something to show there, mate?
Yeah, I do. And also, speaking of cat fight, because it reminds me of my favorite British guy and classic British actor in this. But if you've never seen the movie My Chauffeur from the mid-'80s, Deborah Foreman from Valley Girl, talk about Nick Cage, it's got Deborah Foreman from Valley Girl, and Sam Jones, an old Marine like me, who was Flash Gordon.
Right.
And it's a twisted love story, and she's this limo driver. This movie is infinitely quotable, but there's a British character in there, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he's so damn funny. And his name's Catfight, and he's in a punk band. And it's the blue lady worth 10,000 points where he steals her panties. If you haven't seen the movie My Chauffeur, you have to see the movie My Chauffeur.
Never heard of that.
It is infinitely quotable. It is hysterical from basically once it gets through the credits in the beginning, you laugh till right at the end. Okay. So very nice, obscure movie. So here's the Fearless Defenders #1. There's some more. There's some modern Marvel coming up here. I got gift cards for my kids for Christmas, so I went on a little dollar store bender.
What do you call it? Misty Night, what it? And
yeah,
Misty and
Misty and Valkyrie and
Valkyrie. Okay,
I haven't even read this yet. So then when the Cat movie came out, this is First Avenger.
That's cool.
There's issue #2 of it. There's issue #1, Captain America, the Timely. Some of these were reprints, some of them weren't. This isn't reprints of the original. It's in a new story, new twist on it. Leland Crook, yeah, Agu. Speaking of which, I may not be hooked up. Leland Crook is so freaking brilliant in that movie. He plays Catfight, and he's brilliant.
So he's a British actor, is
he? Hysterical in the movie, but when it gets to the part about Blue Lady and Catfight with his band, I'm not going to give away too many jokes, but he'd say something like "fuck him," and one of his entourage women would say, "That's my job." So
I know Mackenzie. I think there's a Mackenzie Crook that I know that, I think, but not Leyland Crook. I've never heard of him.
But yeah,
do you know
Leyland Crook is an American actor.
I thought he was British.
He's American.
He probably put on a British accent for the film, was he?
Well, if that's his
name.
A
British character.
Yeah, I mean, he's a British character, but I thought Leland Crook was a British actor when I looked him up.
He must have a good accent. He must have a good accent.
Oh, well, then he's still my favorite fake Brit. So, Avengers Academy. But I'm telling you, you'll thank me when you watch that.
He was in My Chauffeur, 1986.
Okay.
It's just stupid good fun. And it's just infinitely quotable. There's the little Thunderbolts. Now, mind you, I got all these, did the math. There's my little ding there telling me dog's on her. So that's why I didn't have my notifications shut off. But yeah, that is here. I got this. I think I did the math on these. I got all these for like 77 cents or 67 cents each. So, but the #1, I got a lot of the Spirit run that I got to play catch up to. So I'm used to old stuff, but when the kids get deals, I'm not going to burn it all on one book in the price band. I'll just stock up on these cheaper ones and get some reading in. Because these are new books to me, even though they're like 07, 08 or whatever. But yeah, it just kind of goes on. It gets kind of boring. Nice Wolverine getting shot up cover by Crossbones. Here's a fun one.
What did I do?
Marvel Holiday Special.
I don't know what I did.
Little snow stocking Christmas cover there. I don't quite know who this artist is, but I'll tell you what, that's a damn good Valkyrie cover.
That's nice.
Yep, I like that. That's cool.
Little Red Hulk cover. I know this one's kind of important, the Spirit Self series, because that's when Thing gets that power. So I gotta play catch up on this story because, again, I'm not too sank into. Once Civil War happened, I pretty much, quit regular collecting. But when I can get these on the cheap, one book that I got was kind of in rough shape because it was tucked in behind one. Because I was getting these in 3-packs and 4-pack.
There's too many titles in that run, isn't there? It's confusing. Marvel's confusing nowadays. They all are nowadays.
Well, they tried to do too much.
I agree. Very confusing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's Captain Universe or Infinity. It kind of looks like both.
I've been reading the New Mutants run, amongst other stuff lately. I got to about 40 now. It's probably one of the worst things I've read. I don't know. It's one of the least enjoyable ones that I've read for a while, actually.
Original Sin.
Like, you don't even get the full story because he keeps crossing over into other things and like literally he jumps from one thing to another thing. You know what happens because you're not really crossovers and that. You know,
Exactly.
It's really
No, I agree. It's totally confusing. That's nice.
Yeah, it does get a little overboard. Let's see. Random issues of Thunderbolt. Yeah, there aren't too many left here. Couple of Thunderbolts. I'll shoot through these kind of quick here. Another Fear Itself. Again, I mean, these were like packed in threes for $2. Here's Fight Club 2.
okay.
The newsstand edition. Then an Image that I thought was a wrap, but it wasn't. But again, I got that for pennies on the dollar. Another Image.
Brigade, is that
Nice Spirit Itself.
itself?
Nice little Surtur. One more Fear Itself with little Loki. Then, of course, these are always worth showing off. A Noctera blank cover.
Yeah.
Simon likes that Noctera story as well, doesn't he? Simple Simon.
Number one with a blank cover. Twilight Avenger from Eternity Comics. Then here's one of my money books. Why is this a money book?
Is it first? No, it's number 4. So do Silvestri? I don't know.
It's the newsstand when like 2% were printed to be newsstand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, otherwise it's like $1 book because the newsstand it put up $10. It's still in the bag. Extreme Studios Tour 93. Then there's another direct Savant-Garde direct newsstand edition.
Okay.
There's an original newsstand edition, and this one's still in the bag too. Still in the plastic bag. So 30 years old, still in the plastic bag and a newsstand. Yeah. So there might be 100 of these out there still in existence. Like
that's the trouble.
Nice little giant. I bought this for one reason. I mean, I do need it for the collection, even though Herc took out there.
You bought it in case we do giant hands
giant
again.
But that's a giant hand cover shirt, giant fingers thing. And then I went ahead and grabbed that again because it's a classic Ghost Rider X-Men crossover. So basically I stocked up on schlock and still I've only spent 1/3 of what the kids got me in gift cards right after Christmas, and then I spent another 1/3 on this and some other old books.
Hey, Roger.
I still got another stack.
You stocked up on schlock, and now we have the Smock King in the chat. Hey.
Roger, I have to tell you, Kyle has been very clean tonight so far. I hope you're not a bad influence on him.
Yeah, good point.
Roger. So, Roger, did you see that I brought out the Journey into Mystery? Do you think that's a good deal for Ray?
I saw when Ray pulled. I saw when Ray got his. I didn't see what happened after because I had to go to dinner.
Yeah, I pulled out my Brevoort Journey 390.
Yes, that's a good deal.
I'd say that's a good deal. If like he gets that, then Ray will be happy, and he gets it on the cheap. Then Gray will be happy.
He wants me to give this to Gray.
Right, I saw that. Yeah.
Right.
And hold on, let me go grab.
You got any comics to show us, Roger?
Yeah, sure.
Did you get any new ones this week?
I'm organizing my ACGs. I got a big stack, but it's down in the press room. But I got a few here.
I never hardly ever see them. I feel I've got 2 that when I see them, I'll buy them.
I've got about 50 or so of them.
They're quite cool covers, the ones that I've got. That's the Gasp.
I like that. Yeah,
I like
that.
I think you showed some Gasp before.
Mark, did you like that? I've got 2 and 3. Those.
You got this one, I think, right? You got this one, Kyle.
Yeah. And the last one you showed.
I think that one was shown by. Was that Gasp showed by
me? It was shown by me on a slinger.
This is the one that won me that one with Matilda.
Roger won with that one, and I played it 3. Hey, Roger, this is the one that's got the provenance.
Oh, okay.
This is Scott Harris King got this off of Tom Brevoort personally.
Wow.
And It's a straight line that can be traced with the provenance of this. This is Brevoort's personal book that he bought off the rack when he was a kid.
Wow.
So it kind of makes it kind of unique. And I
I
thought,
don't know
well,
if that would matter to Ray, though. I don't know if
Nah,
that
that
would
doesn't
matter.
matter to me.
Yeah.
Who
going to
who
Ray,
is-
the provenance of that one.
But Carbon
And it's a
Copy
great
Man,
book.
Carbon Copy Man is a cool character, Ray. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a great book with a great story, and it'd make Ray happy to have the 8th appearance of Thor and make
Yeah,
Journey.
that's true. That's a fair trade. Yeah, that's a fair trade.
So I come out behind in the deal, but those two come out happy. So that's what I'm good for.
Herbie.
Oh, I hate those. I hate those remainder.
Remainder copies, yeah.
Get that off the screen, man. I hate seeing that.
But you know what happened is that this guy at a show, he had a huge box of remainder copies for free. So
Oh.
I just took
It's
a bunch
it's
of
pretty hard
ACGs
not to
and
grab
charges.
them. I can't stand seeing them.
But you know, you can read, you know, they still read the same, just
Yeah.
partial cover, you know.
I hate seeing them so brutalized. I'd rather.
I know, but you know how that's the way they used to know that they would get credit for it if you're not selling.
Yeah.
They'd still sell it anyway for like 5
You
cents.
read
but anyway.
Herbie today.
Yep, great. I've got a big pile of Herbie to go through. I really like. I got a second and third appearance, and I still haven't read it for. I've had it for.
So
a few
you
months
got
now.
John Burns around a Herbie, I'm guessing.
Nope.
Well, if you're looking for that, I've got several John Byrne Herbies.
Hi
No,
to
no.
Australia.
So
Hey,
Matt Spidey.
hey, Simon.
So
This
I'm
is-
gonna
this
be
is a
bouncing
cool-
up and down now because
I don't think these were distributed over there in the UK, guys, but
Well, and I'd not seen that. What's that?
Oh,
Danger?
these were unauthorized reprints done by Irving Waldman in the late
Okay.
50s and early 60s.
Wow.
He bought a print shop that had the plates there.
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah, but he
I heard
didn't
that
have
story.
he didn't have the
Yeah,
intellectual
right.
property for them.
Didn't you post
So-
that on your channel once, didn't you?
But he had
Yeah,
the plate.
Yeah, so he got a different cover,
Yeah.
and he didn't distribute them through the newsstands, so he can get away with it.
That's really interesting. I like that.
Yeah, but the covers are all new, usually by Ross Andrew. Now, there are exceptions. This one here is an exception, Mark, which you might be interested in, because this character, Yankee Girl,
Mm.
appeared once before in the Golden Age, never again until here. And this is a copy. The interior story is actually the first time this story was printed, because the company that she was being printed by, which I forgot what it was, went under while the story was at the printers.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
So he didn't know that, and he printed this. This is actually a first time that this was ever printed.
I know, and she's doing something interesting with the shield as well.
No, it's a wheel with a car behind her.
Yeah,
You're showing a dirty comic again.
I am. I'm sorry.
It's the car tire
I
behind her.
apologize.
Ooh, I like that.
I love that type of weird sort of history type comic.
Me too. That's why I knew you'd like that. because-
I do like it.
Now this is another one of those. This is another one of those. Mark Atlas. This is a character called Atlas.
Yeah.
His first appearance, right? But
Yeah.
this is not an original comic. This was actually done 5 years previous, and the same thing. He found the printing plates, and he just printed it.
Brilliant.
Yeah. But
So that's not the
his first and
IDW.
only appearance right there.
Is that the idea?
Did nobody
thing?
sue him? He got away
That's
with
the
it.
IDW
No,
company,
because
right?
the company that IW, Irving Waldman, yeah.
Or IW.
The company that
not
had this character
Yeah.
was already out of bankrupt. There was nobody
Yeah.
to sue.
Yeah.
IW. I don't know why I keep saying IDW.
Well, because
That's
that's a common
fantastic.
publisher nowadays. Yeah. Yeah.
Are those
But they did have some nice
Are those
covers.
expensive, Roger? Or are they cheap?
No, they're cheap as heck because nobody really,
No.
nobody really knows that much about them. They're just kind of 50s and 60s oddities.
Yeah. Yeah, I always want to call that the Iger West, and that's awesome art studio, and I always screw that up.
Yeah,
And
it's
then,
not an Iger, but they
I
are.
need that back again. I've had that like 3 times over the years.
Well, you're not getting this one
That's a
because
good book.
this was a gift from J Hood Creative, so I'm not
That-
letting this
that-
go.
I always thought that would be the perfect book to have Byrne sign.
Agreed.
And
All the comics I
Byrne.
who's showing us how to draw comics?
This is Solston Publications. This is Byrne did essentially it's a how to draw comics.
Oh, great. Okay.
But it's in comic book form. Let me show you.
Yeah. Until I got my hands on that Chronicle, I thought, well, if I'm ever going to meet Byrne, that's going to be the book to sign. And then I got that Chronicle, and I'm like, well,
He takes you by his methods, like how he does without just rough layouts. There's some of his
I like that.
work, from the figure.
I like that.
It's all black and white. And here he shows how the type of body type.
Yeah.
Notice the realistic proportions are not what he usually does, because these are the superhuman proportions here.
Byrne proportions.
Right, the Byrne proportions, right.
Oh, yeah. I do like a
heroic it just continues all his techniques. I'm not an artist, but I'm sure if you're an artist, this is something that you'd be very interested in.
Those were so flooded down here in Minneapolis.
All the books you've got to draw in, you should have learned by now.
What was that?
See, all the books you've got on how to draw, you should have learned by now.
You think so? Listen, I have zero talent when it comes to listen,
Makes
zero
sense.
would be an improvement. I'm like negative 1,000. Okay?
A lot of those books, them Canadian press, but
I want every comic cover. Damien, you honor me, sir. You honor me. Go to somebody else.
You and
out.
Sleeper, same. Roger's got. I love all these weird stuff Roger shows.
You guys are too much. You guys are too much.
That Byrne stuff just trickled down here to Indianapolis, and it stopped. I mean, there's so much of that turned up down here. That's why I found so much of that rare Byrne stuff and them Solsons, because they printed them out of. It was either Montreal or Toronto. I can't remember which one.
Up in Canada. Yeah, it was up in Canada. Yep.
But it was either Montreal or Toronto, and they'd ship them through Chicago, and that's how they got a hold of Byrne, because the historian on that stuff.
Yeah, and then if you look inside, it does say Canada in it. So
and then out of Chicago, they'd ship it from Chicago to Detroit to Cleveland to Cincinnati and Indianapolis and Louisville. And that's about as far as they'd ship. And a lot of it, just like the Whitmans, just funneled down here to Indianapolis and just stopped. So that's why it's so plentiful here.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That is such an underrated series, those Secret Origins. Put a lot of research into it.
So those Secret Origins part of your Green Lantern collection rather than your Secret Origins collection?
Golden Age Green Lantern. And then there's the Hal Jordan Green Lantern.
Yeah, nice.
So they're in the Green Lantern miscellaneous box. I've got some other Secret Origins in other character boxes, depending, So I don't have a full run of Secret Origins. I wouldn't say no to one.
Like DC Special Series 17 and 20. There's Green Lantern good ones to get in
I've got those. Yeah, those are reprints, I believe. But I got them.
It's the Tales of a Dead Earth. I like
Gray with all this DC. Oh, look, it's Ray.
DC.
Hey,
it's Ray Man.
Ray.
Man.
It's not just any Ray, it's the Ray. Green Lantern Silver Surfer.
Oh,
there you go.
That's a good comic right there.
Don't say I don't get you any Marvel characters, Kyle. Stop crying now.
Yeah, you got to get that one, Kyle, if you don't have it. That's a great comic right there.
I had those before.
Silver Age.
Why do you have a Silver Age in the back and a modern in the front?
Gray is a peculiar thing. That's the Silver Age
modern
redone.
Okay. Yeah, that's a redo.
It was part of the tribute to Junior Schwartz.
I was like, you're off your netter over behind that. So that Mars Lim run of Green Lantern and Silver Surfer was pretty cool, but I don't know. Surfer would just wipe the floor with him. So,
and do you know who Sentinel is? Sentinel is? Sentinel was what the Golden Age Green Lantern was called for a while.
Yeah. To me, Sentinel means master mold, and that's all there is to it. Hashtag Marvel. Gamora.
That'd be Jade.
Katma Twee, is that Katma?
No, it's Jade, I believe.
Jade. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
All right. Yeah, I see the emblem now. Yeah.
Yeah, the daughter of Golden Age.
Golden Scott. Yeah.
Green Lantern. Alan Scott.
Okay.
Friend
So he
Paul.
was gay, but he created babies as a cover.
Well,
'Cause
not back then. He wasn't.
Who was his beard? Who was his beard? That's the question. Who was his beard?
I don't know what that means, but back then,
Who was his cover girl? Who was his
Gray, isn't Sentinel Judas Priest song?
Apparently, according to Sleepy Reader, I'm not massive on Judas Priest. I haven't really.
Which not that massive. That is such a good cover.
Yep.
That is such a good. That's the end of apartheid cover, right?
Well, yeah, it's mentioned in there.
yeah.
That is just such a powerful, simple cover for telling another generation. I was too little in the '68 Olympics to understand the impact of that because I was only 2 when that happened. But to reuse that image for apartheid in my early teen years, that made me look that up, and that made me actually understand. That Green Lantern comic took me back to the importance of
some learning.
Okay, interesting, Kyle. Thank you for that.
These are called the Green Lantern Corps Quarterly. They went for a little while. They got some good stories in them as well. This guy's Jack T. Chance, the baddest GL of all. He's basically Lobo-esque, and he's like he's the only law in this lawless sector of space.
Green Lantern's the DC character. Him and Red Tornado, they'd always pull me in for a little while, but then Marvel pulled me back because Green Lantern was so hit and miss. When it was great, and when it was bad, it was just ugh. But like when it was good, they were fantastic. It's like, could they just keep that going? But then it just be, we're going to show you some crappy issues. And then,
what Red Tornado are you talking about? When he was in JLA or that little mini series?
Yeah, the Vision version.
Vision version. Okay.
Just because, again, to a teenage, I just thought he was neat. But Green Lantern would make me nuts because, like, one day I'd get a hold of a Neil Adams Green Lantern and think, oh my God, this is so visually stunning and good story. And then there's the Gruff, which is almost all really good. Even the cheesy Grell stuff was really good. But then in the early 80s, it was kind of like hit, miss, hit, miss, hit, miss. And it just made me nuts because, like, Marvel will at least be hit, miss, and it just kind of be stable with it. But when Green Lantern missed, I mean, they just screwed it up because it's like, we're writing this book. And like, from a 13-year-old perspective, I'm thinking, I'm reading a book, college student, so I feel smart. And then the next issue, I'm reading a book for snot-nosed first graders. And it'd make me nuts. And it's like, make up your mind. Are you for 6-year-olds or 18-year-olds?
Yeah, I think at that time, the editorials staff was a little bit in disarray. Jeanette Kahn and
all that. There's a different DC character now. Right. The rest of this is Aquaman.
Yet again, surprisingly good. For a Marvel guy to say that was surprisingly good. That run of Aquaman right there.
Yeah, Kyle has a lot of trauma with the characters, apparently.
This is 89.
Yeah. No, I'd be just expectations would be kind of at a certain level. And
yeah, I get you, Kyle. I'm with you.
They get it with the art. They get it with the story. As long as it's not like catering to 2-year-olds. I loved it when Aquaman lost his hand. Brilliant. Make him weaker and yet still be super strong.
There you go. That's that five-part from the late 80s.
Is that same box with GL? This is the same box?
Yeah.
Okay.
Box 9. It's box 9.
All right.
Let's do this one as well. There's another Aquaman one here because this is from
hand pink waving. All right, Man, what does that mean, hand pink waving?
I think it's an emoji. It's an emoji that is just showing you the writing instead of showing you the emoji. That's all.
Just hi. Yeah.
Hand pink waving.
That's Matt from Florida here.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see Matt's 300 show, Roger, where we drank the hot sauce?
I did not. I was out when that was going on. I have to go back and catch
it.
Ooh,
the hot sauce show. It's pretty gross.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross.
Ooh, who's that? He's fighting there.
There's someone from Tritonis.
From Tritonis?
Aquila of Tritonis.
I love the Aquaman done by Nick Cardy.
Oh yeah, those are.
Yeah, I haven't got any of them, unfortunately, but all the covers are great.
Even that's just bold and it's jumping out. You can tell that's aimed at like an older teenager or a young adult or whatever. And they just kind of spring out. It's just not kind of, all right, here I am. It's in your face. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of smart how they did that.
That's another one of them unusual deaths, like when Black Manta killed their son, killed Mira and Aquaman's son. He was only a baby.
Aquababy,
yeah, it was like, wow, that was a bit kind of like heavy.
That was pretty shocking.
He was only a tadpole, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just a little baby.
That's why I said they tried to keep up with Marvel weirdest ways because they got it right with Teen Titans because it always stayed, Perez was on Teen Titans. That was just money all the way through, keeping up with the X-Men.
We've got
and then the oddest ways
Aquaman movie this year.
Up with that. Huh?
We've got another Aquaman movie this year.
There's a monster and a half.
Yeah.
What year are these from?
These are from the early 90s. 92, that one. 91, 92, this series.
Yeah, by this time, the adult themes were pretty much throughout, except for like the kiddie lines.
Yeah, and then they leveled off for a little bit. But yeah, that's another probably the biggest DC on my want list, honestly, is probably More Fun 73. Or is it 71? It's 73, right?
73, I think, is Aquaman. Yeah.
73, first Green Lantern, first Aquaman.
First Green, first.
But that'd be a great one to have.
That's a tough road to home.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even a DC guy, and I appreciate that. That's kind of like, well, how do you quietly introduce two massively important characters? So what will you work for, Ray? A beer? Is that what that hat says?
I work for beer.
Ray, for goodness sake, don't show anything else that Kyle wants to trade.
Right.
This is the world's most exciting comic.
Well,
right
then
here.
that would mean Ray would almost have to show nothing.
Here you go. Doc Savage, number 4 from 1941.
Ooh.
See,
Whoa.
now, well, even though that's a beater copy, I'd trade for that all day long.
Look at his fingers, man. They're all burnt off.
Yikes!
Oh, and that thing's probably a 0.5 beat to shit copy. And
it's beat. There's a lot of damage in that corner.
It says 0.5, and I love it.
Yeah, it's 1941. That's a survivor. Yep. That to me is pristine. That's been owned by people. If that is completely intact, that is a pristine comic.
And did Jerry the Jitterbug come back better than new?
Yeah,
I should give it to him.
Yeah, he would. Yeah.
See what you can do with it.
I tell you, you should see the wreck that I sent him.
I saw him. I watched his videos. He's amazing.
Gosh, wow.
Ray, I bet you got that for less than $10 too, didn't you?
I think I paid $1 for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those are gems to me, because they are literally one step above toilet paper. But it's an absolute gem. It's a wartime
cover concept on that. Yeah, that's the Steranko part.
I can't
Yeah.
That honestly, if I had to say what was my favorite Gil Kane artwork, though, it was what he did on Doc Savage. I like.
That's interesting.
What Steranko did the first two, and then Gil Kane took over.
Yeah,
that's the kind of character and story that Gil Kane was made for.
Yeah,
like them bare knuckle fight kind of things, and
he did a good job on it. It's true.
So I never thought Gil Kane was really made for superhero stuff, But like the Kane autograph plate I got, it's sci-fi and stuff. So
Hey, Frugal Mama.
So we're making Doc Savage comics now?
It's public domain, isn't it? So
Yeah.
If it's not public domain, it will be real soon.
I'm sure Dynamite are doing it with women on.
I'm pretty sure it is at this point because
that's got to be Gil Kane, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure. Or yeah, maybe you're right, Kyle. Maybe it's just about. Yeah,
it's close.
I'm certain it was like around World War I or so.
There's two of those.
He's a pulp character, so that kind of hinges in that Tarzan Flash Gordon era. So when he was officially, though, I don't know if it was 23.
It could be pretty close, if not. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
This is Rich Buckler right here.
Yeah.
What a sweetheart that guy is.
Yeah.
What an absolute sweetheart.
Is he still around?
So many questions. He just passed away. A turn for the worse. But he's one of those guys I talked to on Facebook, and like he'd interact in the threads and just was kind. Like he appreciated people liked his stuff.
Yeah.
Because he was the first one to say, well, yeah, I got brought in as a Kirby knockoff on purpose. So
yeah,
but he was helpful and just nice.
He was told to do the Marvel style on those Fantastic Fours and so forth. So but yeah, I've only interacted with him once, long time ago in a con, and
but just a genuinely nice guy. But yeah, I think he's still alive, and I think his health took a turn recently.
Too bad.
So Doc Savage, Man of Bronze, was it just that he had a good tan? Is that why he was called Man of Bronze?
There's the good one right there. There's the good
He's
one.
not actually made of bronze, is he? He's just like
no. He's a really early character. I mean, he's one of the earliest.
He had a very
he's an old pulp guy. Whoever's near a computer, look it up. But I'd say he's probably World War I.
I would have said 1920, something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's by now. But I'll look it up here.
I had that one once, but then never read it. I feel like I just sold it.
I mean, it's in the ballpark, but see that's spy noir stuff. That was my cup of tea when I was younger. So, he was kind of Batman.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Does he predate the Shadow?
First appearance was 1933. It says here.
33. Okay, I knew it wasn't quite yet, but I don't. Predates the Shadow. I think the Shadow came out in like 27 or 28 in the pulps.
I thought it was before that. I
thought it was before that as well.
I think some of his adventures were set before that. I think that's what I'm.
Yeah, it's that era. It's definitely in that pre-golden era, but it's still the pulps. I mean, he's still in that pulp area.
Yeah, it was pulp.
Because I need to brush up on that for things. Oh, and Roger, while we're here talking, because Old Wolf's told me you were supposed to relay information to me anyway. But you've got me on the Captain Marvel panel, right? He had mentioned that, and I'm on the Captain Marvel panel, and I'll do some stuff with him. And I'm giving away. Hey, you're gonna love this, Mark. I'm giving away one of my 1884 Punch original magazines, not one of the bound, but one of the original magazines. I'm gonna donate.
That is cool right there. That is cool. See that? Show that again, Ray. Look at this. Look at this. That's the Shadow and Doc Savage on like a poster.
Nice. Double danger stories.
Yeah, like it was a boxing match, you know. Cool.
But yeah, those guys really appeal to my.
There's another one.
Even though I don't like comics that much, which is weird, but you know, those two.
Yes, Clark Savage is correct. Yeah.
So yeah, the Shadow's like a 25, 26, 27 maybe. Oh, there goes my rambling for a minute. Nope, that's the neighbor. I don't get the dog yet.
I'm gonna talk to Old Wolf probably like tomorrow, you know, or text him because I got some comics that I'm gonna be giving away.
And that's this Friday, right?
Saturday
and Sunday.
So I'll make sure that you get
a lot of these Doc Savages, right?
I'll make sure you get part of the string there, Kyle.
Yeah. So it's Saturday into Sunday. What time is he going on to start?
It came in a box, Mark.
6 p.m. or 6:30.
What happens when you buy a long box of books?
Yeah, somewhere in there. He's going from
You
7
get some
a.m.
good
to
runs.
Sunday 7 a.m. But we're only
Okay,
on for
see,
an
because
hour.
I'm doing some early
This
stuff
the
too.
last Doc
Okay.
Savage
Ooh,
that I got.
that's his final battle.
Yeah,
Great
right.
run.
They got that Doc Savage right, beginning, middle, and end.
Mike
That
W.
started
Barr.
in the 20 centers, and you know, if you don't want your superhero too superhero-y, that's the way to go.
I wonder if he inspired like Indiana Jones because they kind of have a
Yeah,
similar vibe, you know.
I think you're right, Roger. Very similar vibe.
Yeah,
I
mean,
think if I get good news next Monday on my thing, I may actually write the book. I may actually start digging in this history and write down specific recorded history of these things that interlaces them. Because pulp
Good.
heroes of Doc Savage, The Shadow, of course, and Tarzan came out of that.
Oh, I
The
definitely
Phantom,
Phantom? Spider?
ironically, the Phantom did not come out during the pulps. The Phantom came out in comic books.
But he
Ace
was in
Comics
Pulp.
number 11, 1938.
Crimson Avengers.
So, but it's that pulp era of type
Pulp
of
era,
guy.
right.
So,
Mark, you got some more comments you want to show?
Yeah, I've got some more, not many, but I've got a few.
Come on,
I
so-
do really wish I would have interviewed a lot of these guys 40 years ago when I was young.
So
All these guys that would tell me these stories, but I'd only catch them in passing. Hey, when I'd read comics in like the 1920s.
You've got
so we have some Jack Kirby goodness here.
And again, as far as I'm concerned, that's Kirby's
Oh.
peak right there.
Nice.
Was that one of those auction wins, Mark?
Yeah, it was one of the auction ones. Yes, correct.
That's
What's
if
interesting-
if
what's
Kirby would have
interesting-
been that good in '66 when he came out with the Surfer,
What's
Look at the
interesting
colours on
here
on
is
that
this,
guy.
this
Come on.
price marking here
just
Three and a
blends
half.
right in.
3.5 pence. Now,
Yeah.
this was 1971, just when we'd gone decimalization. Okay. Now, I have got a second copy of this. It's not as good condition. But what's interesting is the price mark is up here,
Showing.
and it's 5 pence.
Huh.
So I've got a 5 pence one and a 3.5 pence one. I suspect the 3.5 pence one is extremely rare.
I
So
would
these are rare anyway. And yeah, so I've got a 3.5 pence price stamp and a 5 pence price stamp.
Why would you? Okay, so news agents would have sold those, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So maybe
yeah.
did it depend maybe on the city or region or something? I mean, that's odd.
What I think is, so if you look at this one with the 3.5 pence, it's actually got the 5 pence stamp up here.
Oh.
And somebody else has put this 3.5 pence stamp on it.
well, you don't think it's after the change of
Yeah, so I don't know. It's right on that cusp of changing over. So
Could that be like an aftermarket stamp?
it could be. It could be just a retailer stamp.
sales set, maybe.
Yeah, because
And
that's
Damien,
really
I
odd.
don't know
That's
if the Phantom
really
started.
odd. Yeah.
New Gods number 2.
Hey, Ranger.
So we've got
What a
Dark
hard
Seed,
cover.
Dark Seed, or right,
What's
guys.
inside?
Are you a
Dark
Dark
Side.
Seed? Are you a
Dark
Dark
Side.
Seed or a Dark Side?
It's Dark
Right.
Side. It's Dark
I was always
Side.
Dark Seed as a kid. Dark Seed, I called him as a kid.
Dark Side. Jack
Well,
Kirby called him
He's
Dark
now,
Side.
mate.
It's Dark
In
Side.
the animated series, they call him Dark Side. So
So
I
what do you
always
call him?
thought
Right?
Jack-
What do you call
Jack
him? Right?
Kirby called him Dark Side. So
Yes,
I'm
we
going to
know,
take
mate.
Jack
We
Kirby's
know.
word.
He's asking us what we called it. We know it's Dark Side now. We've all heard this. We all know that now. But I called him Dark
Yeah.
Seed. Is what I'm saying, because that's what he looks like to me when you spell it out.
yeah,
Dark
Dark
Seed.
Seed better as well.
Dark
To be honest,
Seed.
Dark Side is too much
Seed.
like
Dark Seed.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
You know, you
Dark
say
Seed.
Dark Seed, I say Dark Side. Let's call the whole thing
Yeah.
off.
There you
No,
go.
we know it's
And
Dark Side now. But
Potato.
when you first read it, Mark, what did you call him? What was it to you when you
It's
first
Dark
read
Seed.
it?
For me, it's Dark Seed.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, same here.
But, yeah.
Okay, number 3. I love this old Kirby stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dark Black Racer.
Crazy.
He is He is the
Is the
version
Silver
of Silver
Surfer.
Surfer.
Yeah,
Silver.
obviously.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's the DC version. Because Kirby wanted to bring that same concept over and make the Black
Yep.
Knight.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
that's such a great
Okay.
character.
I didn't know that,
But-
Roger. That's interesting. Yeah.
But
I need to find a black racer colour for Ugly Clothes Week because that is one ugly costume that he's got.
Yeah, I've got a few ugly ones already, right? Great.
Damien, I don't think came from newspapers. I'm pretty sure Phantom was a thing, but I'm pretty sure Ace Comics 11 is his first.
Here, the person doing the T&P stamp gets an A+ for placing it in a pretty good place.
Yeah.
Yep.
Instead of over like Orion's chest.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I've got an FF where they put it right on the thing's face. Like, boom.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I would have put the T&P stamp on his car. Really?
Yeah, well,
would have blended
All right, well,
right in.
he was behaving until now.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
literally, it's purple. It has nothing to do with anything else. It's
Right.
purple.
So
It's
we're
not
gonna
standing
go-
out on the white. It's purple.
We're going
I would've
to
put
go
it on
from the
copy.
sublime to the ridiculous, okay?
Oh, is it Kyle's turn? So it's
Well, Kyle's next.
Oh,
Right.
sorry.
Oh, no, sorry.
So I have got Doctor Who, number 1,
Yeah.
Monster Invasion,
Right.
Battle of the Daleks.
Cool.
And
Mark,
these-
did you used to read Marvel UK Doctor Who Weekly back in the
no,
70s?
I didn't. I got these at an auction for nothing.
Because I used to
Look
click
at this. It is magnificent.
Wow.
I said,
Wow, look at
put
that.
away, you dirty boy.
You can hang that behind your door
Now,
there,
have
Mark.
any of you got a Dalek as big as this?
Dirty old man.
Put yourself-
Yes, I do. I have a Dalek that big.
Well, Kyle has, we know, because he entertained playgirls and people like that. You know.
I was going to say,
Entertain's a euphemism for
have
Kyle.
you seen the latest trailer for Doctor Who coming up, Mark?
I haven't, no. What's
'Cause
going on?
Doctor Who Weekly in the 70s, I used to collect it. I lost them all in a house move in 79, 80. But that was really good reading, really good art, really good stories. And I literally jumped off the chair in excitement because there was the characters on the latest trailer for the Doctor Who show from the 70s comic book. I was like, I was going to Lisa, that's the creature, that's the key. And like, I didn't want to give us spoilers, but I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see that.
I mean, you know, I am British. You can't be British and not like Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I used to hide behind the sofa in the 1960s.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got another one here.
Oh,
The
it's like-
silence.
Yeah. They're modern ones, aren't they? Modern bad guys. They were quite creepy, they were.
Yeah, those guys are
creepy.
That's a
You
great
forgot-
villains there.
There wasn't something about you couldn't
Hey,
remember
Tony.
you seen them or something. Once you weren't looking at them, you completely forgot.
Yeah,
about
you
what's
don't
happening.
notice them. You can't never notice them. They're sort of there in the background, but you don't notice.
Yeah,
them.
that's
They're
quite a creepy concept.
quite a good villain, actually.
Yeah, I think they're great
Yeah.
villains, actually. Yeah.
Did you ever watch Sapphire and Steel back in the day?
I did, I'm afraid.
That was great. That was creepy as heck. That was so weird. To show that one. I rewatched them on YouTube.
The
Maybe a
Weeping
year ago.
Angels.
They're modern classics.
Oh,
The Weeping Angels, aren't they?
Yeah.
Hi, Old Wolf.
Some great
Yep.
villains in Doctor Who.
Just make sure you're always looking at them.
You've got it, Roger. You've got it. There you go, guys. I've got some stuff tomorrow for Tom because I think he's a bit of a Thunderbirds fan. And,
Okay.
yeah.
Ooh.
So I've got
Marionation.
You've got it.
Super Marionation, isn't it?
Yeah, Super Marionation. I used to watch those as a kid. Yeah, I love them. Yeah, I love them.
Thunderbird 2, is that?
Thunderbirds, yep.
No, that's Super Mario. This is a fanzine.
Super
Super
Mario.
Marination is go number 1.
Oh no, what's the ship there? Is that Thunderbird 2?
That's Thunderbirds 3, isn't it? That's Thunderbirds 2.
Those from 2. Yeah, cool. That's the one with the little sub that come at the bottom of it, wasn't it? The
Just like
you used to have the little toy and it opened up the little
Thunderbirds 5.
it was like in a bathtub or something. Yeah. Yeah.
I used to have one of those in my bath, Roger.
Oh, Thunderbirds! Oh,
You got some more you want to show, Rog?
yeah, I got some more. Yeah. All right, so this is the.
He's gone to the loo or something. Oh, he's sorting out the.
These are the Skywald comics that. Now, Skywald is known for their magazines mostly, but they did have a line of comics back in the early 70s. I think less than maybe 12 or so. Mostly Westerns.
Yeah.
Sundance Kid,
the Bravados. Bravados is interesting, Gray, because they were kind of a multicultural group with different skill sets.
All right.
So kind of like a team concept, but
I bet there was a knife expert on there. There's always a knife expert.
you got it. And they had an American Indian, they had a female Irish lady, they had a Hispanic, African American,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool.
And they all had like different skills.
I'm pretty sure there was a war story in British comics that had like a little team like that, and there's always an explosive expert. There's always a knife expert in these.
Right. Somehow they always managed to gravitate with different skill sets. I always wonder how that would happen. Imagine if you only had explosive experts. That's it. They'd be dead. Nobody could shoot.
Yeah.
They did have this character called Zangar.
Zangar.
It's like, I don't know if it's a play on Khazar or what,
No, maybe.
But
when did Khazar appear? When did Zangar appear?
Yeah, this is odd. He was like a movie stuntman. They did this film in the forest and he got kidnapped or something and became just wild and Tarzan.
He wasn't raised as a boy. He wasn't raised from birth.
Yeah, he wasn't raised from birth, but it was like he was like mentally confused or something, and he got like just sort of by osmosis became jungle-ish.
Yeah.
The
only Skyward one I've got is the Heap.
The Heap, yeah, that's coming up.
Yeah,
this is the last one that I did to complete the set. This one here with this big brutish guy riding on a horse there.
I think I've got a cowboy comic coming, like one of the buying pages that I buy on. Like there was a rawhide kid or something like that, and like nobody claimed it, and I was like, oh, go on then.
Yeah, you gotta like think twice sometimes. Like, is this really? I really want to go down this hole, right?
There's a bunch.
Cover that. I think. What's that one with the cable with the floating heads? I think they've copied that off that.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of that going on here, Mark. When I look at the covers and also the interior stories, it's like I've seen this somewhere before.
Yeah,
it's
recycling.
Like,
Recycling's not a new thing.
yeah, and they had a romance line as well.
Tender love stories.
And I only have one of those because they're
group is this?
expensive.
Skyward.
Yeah, they're they did. I know that they did send these to the UK because I've seen a few with TMP stamps.
Similar.
What happened? Oh, I don't know what happened to my Heap. I have it somewhere. Now this is weird. Now this is one of those you're like, what is Metarog doing with this, right?
Jade
Fire. This is from a publisher called Candora, and I went to a convention and I met the folks who were in charge of this, and they were very impressive. Nice art and the whole bit, but they only published 3 comics in their history.
Okay.
That Jade Fire and this Barbarossa and the Lost Corsairs.
Barbarossa. Okay.
Yeah. That was it. These 3. That is it.
That was it. That was the entire thing, was it?
Yeah. They only asked like a month. These are the ones they actually had already done when I talked to them. So I don't know what happened.
They're called Candora with a K.
Candora. Yes. Candora.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
And they told me why, but I don't remember what. Yeah, what am I doing with those comics? I'm just explaining it, right? Because when I was talking to them, I bought them at the convention. They were like $1 or something, like they're cheap. And I figured, wow, I liked them. I thought they were interesting stories, but that's it. That was all I got. They never published anything else.
Barbarossa's got like a Sinbad kind of look to it.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, but except it's not really that mystical. It's more like
Yeah. Okay. I'll go to me. I'll go again. I've got some more Aquaman to show you. Right. I'll show a big back because I've got to get this box finished. Now it's going to be like when I do a big long box. It's going to take forever. So this is another series, Time and Tide. Hey, Frugal Mama. Pretty cool. Not bad art. Peter David did this this run, which I think is one of Carl's faves, Peter David. One of his favorite writers.
Yeah, his Hulk run is the one that most people remember, but he
Yeah,
did a lot of stuff. And the Aquaman stuff is pretty good.
Here you go, into the mouth of a monster.
Uh-oh. Whales are monsters, hashtag.
I have to say, I'm not mad keen on the art on these.
Yeah, it's not the greatest.
It doesn't do anything for me at all. It looks very...
That's when his hand dissolved, right? Into the...
Well, no, it's eaten by piranhas.
Oh, it was eaten by piranhas. Okay.
That's how I call it anyway.
I forgot what happened to it.
No. Ignore the £1 label in the middle of the page. It's on the comic cover.
Don't ignore it. Buy Gugon.
It's not on the cover. It's on plastic.
Oh.
Take it off.
Well, you can still take it off the plastic.
I could do.
In my head, I'm seeing Nick Cardy from 22 years earlier, and I'm thinking this has gone downhill.
Yeah, you can't compare it, Mark. There's no comparison there. You can't compare that.
Jackson.
That's like comparing a Gogon to eighth grade art class. Forget it.
This is a better cover, I think. Better. But this next one, right? Okay, we'll go with this. Loads of people like this guy's artwork, yeah, including a certain Matilda Gothika. But I think it sucks. I think his artwork sucks. But he's like a much respected artist.
Yeah.
His artwork, look, he's just like brobbly blocks of shape that don't even look like bodies.
Yeah, who is it?
It's Mignola.
Mignola, yeah.
Oh, well, that's not a good... I actually quite like Mignola on Hellboy, but I don't like that.
Well,
yeah, he's a genre artist.
That's his style. He's
not a superhero artist, really.
Kind of style. It's all right, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just weird.
He needs something like, maybe Apocalypse, something like that,
Yeah, he could do that.
Yeah, but not a straight underwater, and certainly not, just straight superhero stuff.
Right.
I guess Kyle's babysitting somewhere.
He's got a pit bull that he's looking after for someone.
Oh, a pit bull. Okay.
I imagine he's taking it. There's Dolphin. This is when Aquaman and Dolphin were having a relationship.
Dolphin. Okay, that's good. Yeah. She rarely appears. I think she appeared like.
I've never heard of her until she came into this run. I reckon Peter David must have read the old showcase, whatever it was. He goes, "Oh, she's a good character. I'll start using her."
Yeah, she was showcased in the DC Presents, and I think she was in Crisis, and that's about all I remember.
Yeah. And then she has a relationship with Aquaman in this one. Then later on, she has a child with Aqualad, who was called... what was he called at the time?
Typhoon or something?
something like that. It's like... Oh, gosh, it's going to annoy me now. But yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not Shakespeare.
Tempest. Was it Tempest?
It might be. I was thinking Shakespearean play. I was thinking to myself. It might have been Tempest, but I can't remember now. I was thinking Shakespearean play. I'm thinking to myself.
The Tempest would work then.
Yeah, it would work. That's what I was thinking.
It's going to be a Tempest. It's not going to be.
But
it's not going to be Lear. It's not going to be King Lear. It's not going to be
Two Gentlemen of Verona.
It's going to be Hamlet.
No. It's not Two Gentlemen of Verona.
It might not have been Tempest. No, I think it was Tempest. I'm pretty sure it was Tempest. Yeah. But anyway, but Dolphin and the baby get killed during. I think it was one of the massive events. You know what I mean?
I think these covers all look to me like you've got a week to paint this. Get on with it, mate.
Ooh.
They're not as lovely as I don't mind it. It's not bad, but it's not as lovely as the the Cardi one. It looks much more alluring somehow.
That one's
look at that.
This one got me 7 on cover
Mammals
slingers.
and fish swimming together.
Got me
That
7
means
on
I
cover
have-
slingers, so let's still talk about that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Who's that down there?
I'm not sure. I think that's just a one-off. I don't think that's a particularly known character.
Oh, okay. All right.
This was not a bad cover. It's kind of like it's not painted, but it looks kind of quiet.
Yeah.
A good
Maybe
looking
it's
style.
Looks
maybe-
like Moses.
Yeah, true. Maybe it's like, is it charcoal? Maybe.
That colour's a bit odd. Why?
Yeah, it's a bit odd. Yeah, like
different
wash.
to the rest of the series.
But yeah, it's a completely different style, isn't it? It's a completely different
Yeah,
style.
it's
A lot of detail in the face. So
yeah, that's actually quite interesting. That cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, they can't compare with Jimmy Olsen covers, Mark. That's what he-
No,
Cover art is called. Our cover artist's name is Orbic. That rings any bells with anybody? That's Aquaman's adopted mother being killed by someone because he was raised by dolphins in this run. That was how I was introduced. I think he was abandoned on a rock because he was only a part Atlantean, and he gets adopted by dolphins.
Come on.
Why not?
Come here. Come here, baby. Come on. Jump in.
Ooh.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
look what we have there.
Come here, baby girl. Come here. Come on. Come
I'm
beyond
babysitting my neighbor's dog starting tomorrow.
Come on. Come here. Come on.
Well, I
There
guess
you
it's dog
go.
sitting, not babysitting.
Come on. Come on, pretty baby. Come on.
The thing. I mean, swamp thing. I mean, jeez.
Look at you. You don't know what to do you? You say, how beautiful. Come here.
Ooh, I like that.
Come here.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
He's turning into what was the Alpha Flight lady that turned into a
Yeah, Marina.
Marina? Yeah.
Yeah. And the cover says, "Now what have they done? Now what have we done to Aquaman?"
Yeah. Now what have we done to him? Yeah.
They've
That's
turned him into
funny.
a deep.
Yeah.
They've turned him into a deep one from Innsmouth
Mm.
from H.P. Lovecraft.
Well, all right.
come here, kitty baby girl. Come on. Well,
Oh,
come
hail
here.
the king!
Well, come here, baby girl. Come on. You can't sit right in the crotch. Come on.
Yeah, Kyle's dog sitting. That's right. Your mom is giving us the lowdown on you.
Yes, dog sitting again. Yes, Mom. Oh, happy girl. Here. Come here with me.
Was that the month where they all had like just big face covers?
Yeah, that was that month. We concentrated just on the face of the
Is
character.
that big face cover month?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have a big face cover, slingers.
Till death do us part.
Hey, that's not a bad one, Kyle.
Hey,
Next
that's
time you
in
win-
peril.
Next time
There's
you win
an
in a year or
arrow.
two, you can choose that one.
There's me and the dog right there. Come here, baby. Look at this on TV. It's
Let's
on
hope that's
TV.
not you and the
You're
dog.
half
Like,
right.
When did my mom pop in here? Did she just
A
now?
while
Yeah.
back. A while back,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
Actually, when I was in getting the dog from the boys.
hmm Whales are monsters.
It says monsters. There's a
Just king of the monsters right there.
Nauman wins.
Gray, were you picking these up weekly at the time?
yeah.
These are weeklies?
No, monthly.
Oh,
Were you
okay.
picking these up monthly?
Yeah.
I was like, man, Mark was right, about the weekly art thing,
All right. Carl, you got some more cards to show?
Nope. I just got a dog sitting here with me. Say hi, Kita. Come here. Come here, be on TV. Big super.
Ray back in.
Look how
Yeah,
beautiful
I'll
she
go with the rest of
Look
the
how
man
beautiful
that I
she
got.
is.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Pretty people. Look at you, pretty.
nice legs.
Be on the TV, baby.
Some hot
Big
legs right
girls.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, we just smashed his candle, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no. Is that a camel toe cover?
Oh, geez, there he goes again.
No, literally. Is that a camel toe cover? That looked like a camel toe
Go,
cover.
go back to loving your dog back there,
That
Kyle.
looked like a camel toe
Leave these to
cover.
the adults in the room, will you?
No, for real. That
Little Neil
hey,
Adams.
that looked like a creased cover.
Where?
That yeah, that
was just
looked like,
your eyesight, Kyle. That's all.
that
It was
looked
just
kind of
astigmatism,
naughty.
you know.
That's just your imagination.
Just running
You know
away
the
with
story,
them.
man. These guys tell it. They tried to sneak in some.
What is going on there? Oh, the noise. Yeah.
Yeah. All these nice guys, and they tried to sneak in stuff. Byrne was ominous for that. Byrne was sneaking dirty
that's
stuff
true. That's true.
every chance he got.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But this time, and who was it? I want to say it was Romeo Tango was telling me about that. That all these nice guys at DC were sneaking dirty stuff in for a good stretch.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a Whitman variant. That's not a cheap one.
That's a Whitman. Yep.
For you to get that in Massachusetts.
That's one of those. One of the first run ones because they had the black circle.
Yeah. But yeah, that's not even me being dirty, and I'm not kidding. Romeo Tangal told me that they were literally around this time frame, like right after he broke in, and for a good long stretch, there was a whole clique of them that were trying to sneak dirty things in, and yeah, I've got that in a Whitman too, so he's got the Whitman.
Yeah,
and he's the one that told me, and I'm not kidding.
No, you're
now
not.
DC artist told me.
I know you're
a
right.
renowned DC artist that they did a run of camel toe covers, and they got away with them.
Hey, that looks like
that was one of them.
That looks like the guy from the Ghost Rider, the
yeah,
the Orb. Yeah, that's right, Orb. Yeah.
That's
but yeah,
spoiler alert.
I am not doing this to be perverse, but I want him to show that again because I honestly think it's one of those that he told me about that they called them the camel toe covers.
It may well be.
But yeah, but get off her feet because it ain't about toes.
Go to her shorts, Ray. Go to her shorts.
Because in a stretch of those, and there may be a word.
No, I don't see it. I don't
see now. That's not it. But I did see the crease. But there's a run of those in the late 70s, early 80s where they snuck in a middle.
Kyle.
Damien says it's okay if you're perverse. I mean, I don't know if he can be anywhere else, Damien.
No, but again, that's a legitimate thing. If I get Romeo on the show, if it wasn't his broken English, I'd love him to tell that story.
Yeah.
But for a while,
I can
they
translate,
just drew a line. They try and sneak them in. And for like a 5-year run, they snuck them in all the time.
You're right. I have seen a couple.
Don't ask
and it's grown men giggling. It's literally
look for ourselves.
Nice run of Whitman there, Ray.
Yeah, Ray ran into a bunch of Whitmans here.
But yeah, there is. Look for those around that timeline, the 40-50 cent era, where a whole bunch of those guys, where they just giggle like schoolgirls.
That one I bought from the
one little line
shop
in the panty.
That's one I bought as a kid. That one with the lightning striking him.
There's a Whitman to that one, I know, because I used to have it. I think I used to have it.
Wolf for Willingham or something like that. The guy's name is like a con man. Wolf for Willingham or something like that.
Girl. Yeah, well, come on. Come on up here with me.
Letters,
Oh, puppy kisses. Oh, puppy
that was the last man in that box.
Oh, pretty girl, puppy. Such a scary, dangerous looking dog, and you can see her smile. You're just so pretty.
Oh, see, those are cool. Those are those are Archies.
Good.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was a real good one.
It's Mighty
Iron Fist.
Come on.
It's Mighty Comics Archie, Roger.
Yeah, it's Archie.
Yeah.
My only Iron Fist book.
Oh,
yeah. You got Iron Fist on there, and then you.
That's it. That's all I kept for Iron Fist.
That's the only Iron Fist you've got. Right?
That's it. Yeah.
Here.
Ray, can you put that Mighty Comics back up again?
This one?
Yeah, okay, that's great. Okay. So I was going through an Alan Class comic the other day, and it had The Web by Mighty Comics, and I had absolutely no idea what it was.
Yeah, the mid to late 60s, that was they brought it. They wanted to do a superhero run. They kind of did. They did a 50s run.
Okay, so
they brought them back in the 60s to try and relaunch them again.
The Mighty Crusaders were the Archie. They had that Mighty Comics adventure line, and that like the Web, the Black Hood, Steel Sterling.
Okay.
And then
All
they
those
went to
guys
Red
were part of
Circle, and Red Circle
And
was
Red
still
Circle was the
Archie
imprint
too.
that came in the 70s. Later
Okay.
on, yeah, they had that imprint. Then they had the horror line in the 70s as well.
Wasn't the
Brina's Chills.
the DC Impact line a reimagining of those characters?
Yeah, correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then recently,
You're gonna be so excited when we're meeting.
of all the different characters from the Red Circle.
Yeah, they flopped in the 70s when they went to Archie, so I guess they just gave up on them.
Yeah.
Mm.
That run of Power Man made me crazy because it should have been good, but then they just put cheesy art in there and went to blaxploitation with that. Once they figured him out, he was one of the best ever, but
yeah,
they had to break out of the pure blaxploitation of it.
Yeah, he had a lot of goofy villains, that
Yeah.
most of the adventures were like in Harlem, and you had like gangsters, you had con men, you had gamblers and assassins that were hired by these guys. It was funky stuff.
And you can see it just steady getting tighter and tighter. So that by the time Byrne takes the Iron Fist stuff, it was that was just such a good run. Because again, Power Man did kind of things by 17, and that Billy Graham, him busting out the cover is so amazing. Then they kind of did Springer and Elias, and it was kind of and then by here, I mean, it's just he's just jumping off the screen.
Yeah,
and they just keep getting better and better, and then they build.
Yeah, you're right. That like from 17 to like 30, it's strange, really odd, villainous, and like you said, blaxploitation stuff.
Is that a date stamp on that one in the W?
Yep, September 1976.
Oh, I want that more than you know.
That's
I want that
Camestro
more
there,
than you know, because that's my cup of tea right there.
You got good eyes there.
And that corner piece, look how cool that corner piece is. He's just busting out of the corner piece.
Yep. Yeah, that was a good one.
I know his costume's hokey and they've got rid of it, but I liked it. I thought it was quite fun.
But it's not really a costume. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of his garb, but
when he momentarily put that on in the TV show, I was like, yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
No.
That's
a recurring villain of his, Mace, which was okay.
Yeah. The Mace is cool.
Because he was like a white supremacist, I believe.
Yeah, because 44 was one of my original 97 comic books I got off my brother. So
yeah,
and by
Jackson Roy Kirk, man, I can't live that down. That Repticosaurus thing, I can't live it down.
Yeah, and then Frank Miller pulling things like that, and it was so good right there. It was just, and like
that was it for them.
Villagrin or whatever did the interior art.
Yeah, Ricardo Villagrin.
Yeah, just really great. Guys I'd never even heard of, and yet the covers were popping, the interiors were great. And then once all that went through by the 80s and 90s, issues 80s and 90s and 100, then it went back down again. Man, that built so good to a crescendo right there in the 1979 through like 83. That series was masterful.
Yeah, after 100, it's really forgettable until you get to even at the end, it was weird, just it just was not memorable.
That was one of them reasons I love Marvel so much. They're fighting Ramen one.
Yeah. You want me to go again, Gray? Or
I can't remember whose turn it was. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. All right. So Mark will like these. This is the Harvey line of Thriller line from the mid-60s. And Joe Simon was the editor at this time. So you have his 3 Rocketeers now. Now tonight I'm supposed to be on a show with Damien and Gnawman, and we're going to be talking about Commandy and his origins.
Oh yeah.
in Harvey Comics, actually.
Okay.
This is some of the goofiest villains, heroes you'll ever want to see. Jigsaw.
Okay, how was Commander and Harvey?
There was a story by Kirby in Alarming Tales called The Last Enemy, and it was a prototype almost.
Oh, you're talking
point.
the 50s. I thought you were
Yes.
talking right about when Commander came out.
Before this, before this.
Because he did a lot of prototype stuff in the 50s and early.
Sure did. and in Challengers, was essentially Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that's why when
There's
Stan
E-Man.
says I
Yeah.
Now I put this out on one of the cover slingers and said, well, that's not a real B. Then he didn't see that it actually does say B up there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was you, Gray, or some.
I think we made that comment. Yeah.
Some cracker jack on the panel.
Some clever person.
Some thoughtfully clever, but no, there.
Kirby went nuts in like 57, 58, 59. Like he was doing Thor in the backup of DC.
Oh, I've got that. I've got that copy.
This is a Joe Simon, Jack Kirby cover.
I've got that copy. I don't know how I've got it, but I've got it.
Yeah.
Like American.
I don't know if these were distributed over there, Mark. Maybe
No, maybe not. No. I bought a lot of comics on Whatnot last year, and I think
has Herbie turned to crime?
Yeah, right. Exactly. This is pre Herbie. No, you're right. That Herbie was around then.
I've got that, and I have no idea which box to put it in.
I had that.
You just got to get all these marks.
I have no Harvey comics, and I have no.
You gotta get all these.
You've got an odds and sods box.
No, the Spirit, on the other hand, the Spirit has been in every single comic. How many different publishers?
Every publisher, exactly.
At least. I have probably a dozen.
Don't be calling Gray that.
Yeah.
This is the
Piranha,
but his two piranhas are called Barra and Kuda.
Of course they are.
He has pet piranhas, blimey. He's like the bargain basement man.
Roger, you want to hear a funny Barracuda Cuba story?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
We're down in Guantanamo Bay in 1989. And I won't tell the whole lead-in about the Noriega thing or whatever, but if it's for a moment.
Waterboarding people, Kyle?
Huh?
Waterboarding.
Was I what?
Were you waterboarding people?
No, I wasn't waterboarding people, but they did put us on the fence line when Noriega got pulled. And it was pretty tense. It was really high tense. I actually got a Navy.
There's the first artwork right there. That hand.
Oh yeah.
There you go. I got a Navy unit commendation for Fidel Castro. Let's call our families. My mom can vouch for this. Where we had to call home because Fidel Castro went on the Today Show and said, "You nasty Americans shooting over the fence line," and we had to call home and go, "Hey, don't worry about us. We're still alive." But it was 3 or 4 really tense days, but then Noriega got scooped out in Panama. So we were going to be down there for a couple more weeks, and they had us getting drunk on the beach. And me and my buddies are snorkeling out Cable, and they call this Cable Beach because they have these anchors posted out there and some chains and things. And we're out snorkeling around these things. One of my gunnies is up on the hillside fishing. And he pulls in this big ass black fish. And I mean, this thing is big. It comes out of the water and we can see from a distance, this thing is big and long and has girth. And we're like, what the hell is that? And he's barracuda. And we back down and we're swimming in a pool of barracuda.
Oh gosh.
Big marine tough guys shitting their pants following that cable to get back up out of the water. I have swam in a school and they won't mess with people. If you don't kick them in the face, they won't mess with you. But a barracuda that's like 1.5 feet long in the water, it scares the shit out of you. And a bunch of marine tough guys are just going trying to get back on shore because like we're dicking around and we're in a school of barracuda and didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, a
1.5 foot long fish scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, it should. If you had anything that glistened or reflected light, they go for it.
and we had the gear on, so but he was laughing. He was reeling that thing, laughing at us because we went out too far. Because they don't come in towards the shore, so you don't even mess with them in there.
Right now, Roger, that's true for 3D, but
True 3D.
That cover doesn't look 3D.
It's not. It's only the interior.
And have you got the glasses?
Yes, I do. But and by the way, the true 3D is no different from any other 3D as far as I can tell. But whatever.
Your man. Are you missing your daddy, sonny girl?
Oh no! Oh look! Oh, that's brilliant. It's actually incorporated in the magazine.
Yeah, because I have 3D glasses that are loose, so I didn't want to take it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what was the first 3D comic book?
No idea.
You've told us before, Kyle. I can't remember.
Mighty Mouse by St. John's.
Okay.
And who did artwork in it?
Joe Simon.
I'll give you a hint. It has some relevance to Tom Mandrake.
James Buscema.
Joe Kubert, ding dong. He goes to Kubert. Kubert did one of Kubert's breakthrough deals was like he got assigned to do the run of 3Ds, and then he got
that's it for me. Bye.
Big break. So, I just got a whining puppy that wants my undivided attention. But when you called, you thought it was funny as I nearly had a heart attack. Yeah, scared the shit out of my mom.
I just remembered I've got a couple of comics this week, just free. Conan.
Hey, Bill. Where you doing, Bill? Bill, you grew a beard, Bill.
Where did you get these from, Gray? Did you go down to the shop?
No, just some guy off Facebook.
Yeah.
Are you trying to finish your Conan run?
Sorry?
Are you trying to finish the whole run?
Well, it'd be nice, but I don't think I ever will. But it looks good bags he's given me. They open at both ends. So they're really
here's people talking.
If anyone wants to buy one of these easy access opening bags from me,
multiple exit bags.
Exactly. So, right, and then let's go for the rest of these Aquaman. Then we've got a few more in here to go. Two more. Well, the rest of this run and another quite lengthy run as well.
Oh, puppy dog, yeah. She hears a puppy dog and people talking.
Tempest Rage. That was
Tempest. All right, there he is. Yeah,
we were right. And then
we figured it out. We figured it out.
Oh, hey, there's a good one. How about doing Shakespearean covers one day or Shakespearean titles?
I don't think there'll be that many that people would be able to find, mate.
That
kind of thing's
I've got a piece of Classic Illustrated that would work. But...
I've got a SpongeBob that works.
There you go.
Oh, I gotta see that.
Larson, yeah, I thought I recognised the art there. That's Larson, isn't it? That's why it looks like Savage Dragon.
Actually, I do have a comic. I think it says A Midsummer Night's Nightmare.
Yeah,
probably.
I think
I remember where
quite
that
a good one. I think you'll find quite a lot because Stan Lee was a bit his classics.
Oh, I got a Julius Caesar cover. I could use that.
Yeah.
Can you not show Oberon from the New Gods?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A bit of a thinker, but you could show that.
Yeah.
Because they pull from so much of that stuff. You hear puppies and people talking.
Oh, that's
she's
so
confused. She's looking for you guys. She's going around looking for you guys. She hears people. She's like, there's people talking, and I hear them, and I don't see them, and I want people to give me attention. Why aren't these people giving me attention?
Sick him, doggy, sick him.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Does everyone know the attack word? Does everyone know the attack word?
Okay.
Yeah, what's the attack word? Pounce, raise, annihilate.
But I got the first one in a trade. The first few issues were in a trade, the water bearer.
Tune in next week to see Kyle talking to a sheep.
Yeah.
And the following
I don't
week,
talk to my sheep.
Kyle talking to a goat.
I can talk to dogs, I can talk to cats, but you have to put a ball gag in them, so they're too noisy. There's my one dirty joke for the day.
Kyle's a dog whisperer, for sure. Except he's more like a dog growler.
I think he's doing Scooby Doo.
Oh.
Watch, I'll get her to talk to me. Come here. My mom will tell you. I used to teach cats how to count and talk. Literally.
Can you teach you?
Tell her. I taught one of her cats how to count.
That would be a feat there. If you could teach humans to do that.
I taught one how to count to 7. Freakiest thing she says she ever saw. I taught a cat to count.
That is an awful cover. That is
so
bad.
That is pretty awful.
Who is that?
Ooh, and that is pretty awful as well. These are some of the worst covers I've ever seen.
Well, that just looks like me. You know, big and overly muscular and sexy. Come on, that's not awful.
Yeah.
And there we go again. There's just more me. Oh.
Yeah. You're not on these. I am afraid that you're not convinced.
Zombies. Zuvembes, as they used to say in Marvel when they couldn't say zombie. The eyes have it.
Have you got these, Roger?
No. I gave up on DC except for Teen Titans and Legion back after 0 Hour.
Okay.
Yeah. I am one book completing my 0 Hour series.
Including all those crossovers and things?
The series, the 1 through 4, or the 0
the 4 through 0, yeah.
All the zeros.
Yeah.
I need to get the Superboy eventually. I was going to get it, but then he decided to keep it.
That's okay.
Decided to keep it King Shark, but that's my only real DC complete run now is Superboy 0. And then I have the zeros. Then maybe I'll do the crossovers, but
yeah, a lot of those zeros were not too good.
I mean, that looks to me like somebody at my local primary school was drawing Aquaman.
Hey, that's
why I said they're so hit and
miss.
miss.
Have more talent up there than we do here, because the ones I've seen from my daughter's old school doesn't look anything like that.
No, like
this one. The face on Aquaman on this one is like,
ooh.
Yeah,
that looks like you. Oh wait, that's Aquaman down below. I thought they were.
Oh, it's like Kyle at the top there. Well, he's dead straight. Oh, actually,
he is being choked there. I mean, you got to give him a little break there, but
I'm freaking the dog out again. Hi, baby girl. That's what I said. Those are missed. When they're on, they're so good, and when they're on, just drag.
Weird.
I mean, no. That guy looks like he's got something up his nostril. I mean,
he can learn from Gil Kane on that cover.
And I know this. I know that.
Oh, definitely 90s stuff there. Come on. Big guns in your face. You can date covers from, like, essentially the scheme of them, like what
I mean, didn't your comic shop guy say, "Are you sure you want these, Gro?"
Hey, you might have gotten these for like 1 pence each or something,
I can see the guy at your comic shop was going, "Are we going to order one of these?" Yes, because Gray will buy it.
Yeah, they were on order. I had the whole lot on order, so I got what I could get.
Yeah, you were the only person. You were the only person buying these.
Possibly, I don't care.
Well, probably not the only person.
Poll list. The board on this poll list just said shite, so they took anything they thought was shite and put in his poll list.
Yeah, well, they didn't do him any favors with his Spider-Mans, because they left out a bunch of the good ones.
Don't. Oh God, yeah.
By the way, that did happen here too, Gray. I know for a fact that if something was really hot, they would take it out of the boxes of certain people that weren't like VIPs, and they would give it to the VIPs, which is wrong, absolutely wrong. But
oh, dreadful!
Yeah.
Right, this is 1 year later. Kurt
That's
Busiek.
better. That's better. Things have improved.
What is that, baby girl? What is that, honey? You tell me anything about it? Treating a little bit, but not yet.
The artwork's improved here, Gray.
Yeah, much better conceptualized covers here than those weird things that were before.
Oh, that's actually quite
Oh.
nice.
Oh, Kyle's not here, thank God.
Uh-oh,
You know
what is
you
it?
get a comment. You know.
What is it? I'm
Quick,
back.
quick,
I'm
put it
back. What
away.
was it?
No,
What
nothing.
was it?
Kyle,
Nothing.
you
Not-
missed,
not-
Pull it
Nothing
out, Gray. I
Nothing
want to
at
see
all.
it. You can't taunt me.
Nothing
Yeah.
at all.
you missed
What?
the mermaid, Kyle.
But
Oh,
the,
what?
fact,
So what?
the fact that you said you're back is somewhat,
Now,
ironic.
see, that's not in a timeline.
You missed
That's
a bit of
what I said.
tail there, Kyle. You missed a bit of tail.
No, I wasn't even on a tangent. That's not even in the timeline. I'm literally telling you a story about a timeline of artists, and that's not in it, so it has no relevance.
It's going downhill again. We improved for about 5
Aquaman,
issues.
warlord of
So-
of
No, but I'm telling you, those old books, and I wish I could
Shira or
get
something.
Romeo on the show to tell that story because it cracks me up. But like, I want to say from like 77 to 83, look for naughty covers on DC because they had a running thing where who could sneak it in there.
all right,
And it
Kyle,
was inkers. It was a running joke with inkers.
I'll look for them. All right, I gotcha.
Inkers and colorists. And I started looking for that. But yeah, like 77 to 83.
Kyle, you don't need any excuse to find anything strange in the cover.
He'd
Like
find them
Burns-
even if it didn't exist. He'd find them.
Burns told the story of sneaking nipples in, and getting with his colorist to, don't shade this out too dark to sneak a nipple in.
How long did this run last, Gray?
Too long.
57, something like that.
57? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm with Mark on this one. Not very impressive here. I mean, the covers. I mean, maybe the interior.
Yeah, we're not rushing out to buy Aquaman.
No.
Right. No.
Yeah, it was just so hit and miss. When they'd hit, they'd nail it.
And it's so like uneven. Like you took that cover and you take the one that you showed way back when. You can't recognize that character as the same one. I mean, even the facial structure is totally different.
I think it's just maybe different artists with different
I
covers.
can only. I mean, that one's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, I can only assume the print run on the. They didn't make many of these, surely.
No. Hey, are you ready for a bad? Not even a dirty joke. Fine.
Would it change your mind if I said no?
No, just we all Jason thing about Arthur Treachers and Captain D.
Yeah.
So I realized there was Arthur Treachers wasn't as in the UK until he started series, and then now there's Arthur.
You go, last one, 57.
And Gray's just showing them off there. So
Oh boy. Okay, that's a good concept cover right there.
Yeah.
there hadn't been a cover slinger good one yet for a while here. All right, Ray.
Okay,
Hey,
Roger.
Shiny paper.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's perk it up.
Love
Herbie.
it. Love it.
We'll perk it up a little bit.
That's what we need.
Robert fun
Love it.
coming off of it.
Yeah, Ogden Whitney, he had such a whimsical style anyway. So when he did Herbie's, man, those were so funny.
That's like ACG3, so that's like his third comic or
Yeah.
his third.
Well, he was early.
But-
Yeah, I have his second and
You had a B man, I got a T man.
T-Man. Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, I got a couple of T-mans.
yeah. It was can you imagine this comic back then? The Adventures of a Treasury Man, like Elliot Ness.
That was a big book too. I found that out when I got a couple.
That's
of
what I heard.
Yeah,
Little
T-Man.
White Guys, Daredevil.
Yeah, they took over that
How
title.
is that?
They pushed Daredevil out of his own title.
Yeah,
Believe it or
he was a side character for the majority of that.
And then totally out. I have a few of them, and he's not even in there.
Yeah, he just shows up on the cover. There you go.
Well, that's a great team, right? That's so funny. I mean, just
Makes me want to go dig out my inferior five.
oh, that's so
One.
funny. I mean, they
And yet again, that's Ogden Whitney. You're there too, right?
Is it?
maybe.
I thought.
Yeah,
I know later issues Marie Severin did it,
He
but I'm
was-
pretty sure.
Damien, he was in Forbidden Worlds. Yeah, like late 50s.
Forbidden Worlds. That's
Flying
where Herbie
Nurses.
started with
Yeah.
Forbidden
I mean,
Worlds.
that's where I have his
flying
appearances.
nurses.
Yeah, flying. That's a
Brilliant.
cool comic, actually.
I
Sue
love
and
that.
Sally. It looks like it's a suck. That Sue is so. That E is so
Sue and
small.
Sally Smith.
Is
That
that
looks like it's
is
a
that
suck
Charlton
and
or
Sally
what?
Smith.
Yeah, that's a cool comic, actually. It's only a few issues of that.
How many
Mid-60s Charlton.
Yep.
Flying Nurses? I have to look for that.
Yeah, they were.
I love that book.
Yeah, that's great.
That is
Ray
one of my
loves that
favorite
one.
colluded books.
That's Lisa to him,
Yeah. That I want my copy of that so bad it's not even funny.
I've got a
So
few.
I've talked to him about it a dozen times, but I ain't got it.
There's that
Go.
Ditko. Ditko. That's essentially what Kyle. What character is that in Charlton?
West.
No, not question.
Is it? Spin on Captain. It's like a spin on Captain Adam. Or
Yeah,
something.
sort of is. You're right, because he had the suit thing. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's
Secret
what is that?
there.
I
Suit?
love the
Yeah.
Secret Six. I've got that, and I've got they're just beautiful. That's Nick
I
Cardy.
think I got my
That's Nick
Secret
Cardy.
Six number
Okay,
one.
nice.
It's Nick Cardy. I mean, you can
Nice.
just tell him a mile off.
There were only like
Yeah, that
7 or 8 in that run, I think, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
the first
Number
issue
two-
of that with a
two is
car
my
launching
favorite.
through that thing.
Yeah.
DC Superstar.
Yeah, that's a reprint series there. But
Yet
Look at the
another
good
great
stories, man.
series to have.
yeah,
You know, there's so many reprints, but
You're bringing the heat, Ray. You're bringing
yeah.
the
Captain Comet. You had Space Ranger. You had Adam Strange. You had Tommy Tomorrow down there. Space Cabbie, great series. Love it.
Tommy tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey, Micah, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I gotta get off here in about a few minutes because my wife's got something, and then I gotta come back at
I've got to
9.
go.
to
I've
go with
got
Mom.
to go too. So
Oh.
past my bedtime.
I'm all shown out anyway, so I'm good.
All right, when Ray's finished off here, I'll go. Oh, put that one
now
on the list,
there's
Ray. Put that
a
one on the
real
list.
good one.
Put
What?
that one on the list.
Yeah, that one's a good one, Ray.
That's a
that
good
was
one
a
there.
real
Yeah.
good one.
Put that on your
Also-
trade with Kyle pile.
No, that's a Metarog trade there, but
Those space
That is a
adventures
good one.
are so tough to find.
that is a good one, buddy.
Oh,
That is the
man.
Space Adventures. Put that in a Roger pile.
I've been collecting that thing for 10 years. I think I have like 6 or 7 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
You
I got you one of them, didn't I? I got you one,
You
but
did,
I
yeah.
think I got a couple of suspended.
Yeah, I got that
There's
one.
another classic, the reprint of that.
yeah.
so.
There we go.
That's the reprint of the first Captain Adam right there.
Yeah, that's right.
Steve Ditko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reprint of the first Captain Adam. So an affordable one. All the Grandinetti. Rumor had put some ink in those with Grandinetti, but
Yeah,
it's
Night
never
Master.
been
That was a cool
confirmed.
character. That's I might actually use that for a contest entry. We'll see.
But yeah, that's Frazetta was his understudy, was Grandinetti's
Grandinetti,
understudy.
yeah.
They were buddies, so
He always he did a good job in DC because his style kind of really did well with the Joe Simon and Jack Kirby kind of art. It kind of really fit in there.
yeah. And Kubert,
And
yeah.
Kubert, yep.
No,
That's cool. It has every character ever in Showcase, including like Fireman Farrell and the Viking Prince and all that stuff from way back when.
There are a lot of different characters in Showcase. That's going to be a good run to actually own the whole run of Showcase. There's some good first appearances in
That
there.
would be a great
Yeah.
run to own, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but 4 is next to impossible. It's thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Which one?
I traded away my first creep.
Oh. That's actually a pretty good little run there. That's a 3-issue Manhunter 2070 there. The art is not that great, but its concept is good.
I think that
Now, what is it?
second?
If we sit at 2070 is closer than 19.
47 years away from now,
Oh my God.
and that was from 1965.
70.
Get that away from me.
I'm 56. Oh my God.
Get that away
Reptosaurus.
from me. That's the one that got me in trouble.
Thesaurus.
The Reptosaurus covers. Not that one, Ray. Not that specific one, but there's another one with little tail coming at the bottom, and that's it.
Yeah.
And again, I'm telling you, even with the old guys, some of that stuff isn't unintentional.
Well,
Dark
I'm
Mansion,
sure
You
lovely.
would do crap like
I didn't see
just
it. I didn't
squeeze
see
it
it
in
until you
there.
guys pointed it out. But,
Film Tales of Dark Mansion. That
Micah,
is-
this is not a competition. This is just showing comics. Not a competition, Micah. Oh, I got
Yeah.
that one. Yep. Oh, $9.95. No, that's
what in the hell is
that's
that?
a reprint. That's a
It's a time
modern
machine.
reprint.
No, what? Why is that $9.95?
That's a modern reprint. Has to be.
Yeah, it's a
Why is that
reprint.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that much even now.
No,
would
it
it?
would be
Why
15
in the
cents for me.
hell is that $9.95?
It would be 15
No,
or
that's
25
the
cents.
year he's traveling to.
Yeah, whatever year it is, I don't want it because that's expensive for
Mm-hmm.
a comic, man.
Why in the hell is that? I saw those get up in like the
I
$2.50.
don't know, but that
13,
is a
that's
dollar
weird.
sign.
I have never seen one that high ever,
No,
ever.
but that's not.
Never
that,
seen a
Gilberton-
classic
Gilberton
more
is out
than
of,
like
is out of business. So
$2.95.
that's not a Gilberton.
Oh, it's okay. That makes sense.
Is it a trade?
It's a trade.
Right,
Okay.
all right.
I couldn't figure out why the hell that was $9.90
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
that was one they reprinted a lot.
Ah, now we're
With
talking
Wally
Tower
Wood.
Comics. Some of those,
So-
Mark, were in those creepy worlds too.
Yeah.
Some of those Tower Comics.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, they were Thunder
Classic
Agents.
Wally Wood.
Lots of Thunder Agents in Alan Class.
Oh yeah, I got that one.
Those are surprisingly pricey.
And that's original. Those have original stories in them, right?
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
The first
those.
7 have original stories.
I'm collecting Bronze Horror this year.
You come like Bronze Horror? Yeah.
Kind of marvel that they did that. They'd put reprints in it, but there was original series.
Well, the
Yeah.
first 7, Chamber of Chills, and the first 5, Journey to Mystery, are new. And there's a spattering of new things here and there, rarely. And the Dr. Droom things, they redid it so that it was Dr. Druid.
There you go, Roger.
Hey! Yes!
There it is.
Humans are not monsters. Hashtag.
Walking building.
Buildings
like
are
a-
robots.
buildings.
That should be another hashtag. Buildings are robots.
Yeah, how practically impossible is that?
Totally impossible.
You know, any
The
application
building would
of
fall in
basic
itself.
physics.
But anyway.
Seems feasible to me. You have to have some sort of force to stop the building from crumbling.
Yes,
but
Ray
why not?
could survive
Let's see.
years, if not decades, on 4-color fossils. Absolutely.
I think I could do. I think you
Fun spaceman.
Mark could by now. And gray is just a 4-color fossil. So I think gray's got some. I hope I put that bug in your ear, Ray, that we're gonna get gray that Superman, and you'll get that journey to mystery.
Well,
These
I
strange
put my
adventures
Superman
are
books
great.
away already, except for one.
Mm.
Don't let him browbeat you, mate.
Keep that in
Yeah.
mind. But part of the trade deal to that is you just make sure that gets to gray,
Oh,
and I'll
that's
get
nice.
Yeah,
I
that's
like that.
that's the one I
pretty.
showed for In the Mouth of the Monster. Yeah.
Those strange
that is
events are all
beautiful.
great covers.
What
I've
number
got
is
to
that? I'm gonna have to look for that one.
They're all really cool
243.
243. Yeah.
243. That is beautiful.
say. Yeah, the only
For
Marvel.
Nick Cardy, too.
Oh yeah.
that.
Oh,
that
that's why I like it.
Nick
Yeah,
Cardy.
Nick Cardy.
if there's a
Funny.
DC series,
You know,
The
Ray's
DC
Italian, so
series.
everything he pronounces is an Italian way. Nicati,
Nick Cardy.
you know?
Well, he was.
if there's a DC that ever tried to complete, would be
I'm
it
gonna write that
right
down.
there. That Strange Adventures. It was never.
It's like
I
a-
find old ones and they're just fun, and then
Todd
you get
McFarlane.
Dead Man introduced in there.
There's another Italian, Tom McFarlane.
Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, I'm all right with it. I can manage that.
Roger,
one.
my wife is Portuguese, you know.
Oh, I know. Hey, I know. My Portuguese stinks.
And there's
but
some
I
there's
do
some
understand
red
it a
circle
bit.
right there.
There's a red
That's Gray
circle.
Moro. That's
Gray
Gray
Moro,
Moro.
yeah.
isn't
Yep,
it?
Gray Moro.
He was
Very
the editor
green.
of that line.
Very Green Hornet looking.
And
Yeah.
that's Gray Morrow's one of those guys that come out of this small town in Indiana, just north.
Yeah, that's that. He was like a some kind of like investigator, supernatural investigator guy.
Shroud of Mystery.
Hey,
That's cool.
One eye
Ray.
cover.
That's a one-eye cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cyclops. Yeah.
And then that one, I can never remember the guy's name. The Winkle newspaper strips. A strip of the only original art I've still got is some original art by him from a newspaper strip.
Unexpected.
Johnny Pearl.
Johnny Peril. Cool.
Yeah.
You're bringing the heat, Ray. You're bringing the heat. These are great.
There's the Peril cover. Hey, if my wife gets up and we want to keep going on, I'll get up and I'll just start slapping back.
Those are kind of quirky characters.
I gotta go in a
I
few
wouldn't mind
minutes
the
here.
first appearance of Johnny Peril. I wouldn't mind his first appearance. I did a Halloween thing of him once, and that's the first time I heard of him. And Dr. 13. I like Dr. 13.
Oh yeah, Dr. 13. He's a phantom stranger guy.
That's the one that. Hey, this is like the anti-Greg.
Oh yeah, that's because I couldn't
Volcanoes
see
are
it.
monsters. Yeah.
Literally couldn't see it on the
Natural. What was it? Natural
Sorry.
disasters, Greg, or
Yeah,
something
no,
like
it
that?
was hostile projectiles.
Hostile
Yeah.
projectiles.
All I could see was a
How
volcano.
can a torpedo throw a hostile projectile?
No, it
It's
was
unreasonable.
volcano.
I don't think it can.
It's a volcano. But the thing is, I didn't see that there was eyes and arms. I just thought it was lava. So I was thinking he's just mentioned volcanoes going off and throwing rocks out. That's
Yes.
not hostile. There's no intent there.
Classic.
It's
There was
outrageous.
a monster in the flames.
I don't know that
Oh,
dog
cover.
might be fierce because those
Wow.
skeletons there.
Good skeleton cover. Good
God, that's
boat
interesting,
cover.
man.
Good Peril cover. If
Hey,
you
we
do
haven't done
Peril,
dog.
just
We
have
haven't done
Johnny
dog
Peril.
covers, have we, Greg?
We've done animals.
We've done animals, but not specifically
done
dogs,
dogs.
right?
Not specifically.
We've
No.
done cats. Cat covers.
We've done cats. Yeah, we've done cats.
Maybe
Need
we
to
can
do
do
goat
animals.
covers. Need to do sheep and goat covers because I got plenty of those.
Maybe we could do animals, but everyone has to choose one animal and just show 5 covers.
Right.
of
One
animal.
type of animal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Horses, birds.
well,
Well, we've done
yeah.
birds too. Yeah.
that's one to add.
Another second,
Elephant.
and I'll have you free. I don't think that's going to do you any good.
There's a bondage cover. There's a bondage cover.
True. Hey, Tim, Nerdy.
Hey, Travis.
Hey,
Okay,
Travis.
I'm going to bail.
Oh.
Hey, that would work for kids. Oh, except there's an adult there. That's too
I'll
bad.
see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
All
See
right,
you
take care,
later.
Mark.
Tomorrow.
All right. See you, Mark.
Bye,
Some of
Mark.
those ones are awesome. I'm trying to get the Journey into Mystery, the horror one from the Bronze Age, I think. I've got a few more to go though. But you don't see them that
That's
often.
the one with the Necromonicon.
Yeah,
The book on.
that's it. Yeah.
Necronomicon. Come on now.
Necronomicon. Yeah.
Is it bad for you to say that?
Yeah, it's a tongue twister for me for whatever reason.
Well, no, I just figured it'd be a bad one. It's actually a neat book to read, but it's kind of quirky.
I can imagine.
Yeah, there's no actual proper Necronomicon. It's just people have made that into a book.
It's just a bunch of spells and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
Just a
it's
bunch of-
just kind of silly. The
Hey, people-
Necronomicon book is just kind of silly.
Yeah.
Ooh, a nice neck massage going as
A
well.
nice book reading cover,
Oh.
scary fingers.
That's cool. Oh no, if what it says is true, I'm about to die. And the thing's reaching out for him.
Yep.
That's a theme that I thought would be good for
That's
Look Behind
prophetic.
You theme for cover singers. Look behind you.
Oh, Gray, you know that the Darkhold, isn't that essentially what that Necronomicon is for Marvel?
Yeah,
Like-
basically. It's just like their take on the Necronomicon, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because that's the one that
Grimoire.
that Dracula had, and who was it? That tried to steal it. The Werewolf by Night tried to steal it. The guy, yeah.
Unexpected. There's Johnny Peril, isn't it, as well?
Well, that's
Because
pretty
Madame Xanadu, she went from her book. She was a horror host in one of the other books for a while. I can't think what I've been expected, and I can't remember. I need to find what issues it is so I can concentrate on trying to get those appearances. I thought
don't
her
remember.
was
I
really
don't
good. She had about 5 issues, but there's some really good stories in it. I thought. I like the way she was used in the book. How she kind of like points people in the right direction without actually
Yeah.
being able to help them properly, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was really kind of great concept. I've got that one.
Didn't you use that one, Gray, on a cover?
Yeah,
story?
sports one, I think.
Sports. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I know I've seen it before.
That guy's got his work cut out for him.
He's gonna get gored. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
No
imagine
headbutts.
when he puts his head down. That's it.
Yeah. No headbutting allowed.
No headbutting. Yeah, exactly.
Frankenstein, alive!
Bernie Wrightson.
Wow.
Oh,
I had no
yeah.
idea.
You can sort of see it.
Oh, it says right there, illustrations. Wow.
Mm.
Nice. Very nice.
But is it Frankenstein or Frankenstein?
Frankenstein, right? Frankenstein.
It's Frankenstein, not Frankenstein.
Ooh.
That's a
Matinee.
weird one.
Hosted by Forrest J. Ackerman.
I heard that name.
Okay.
Who's he?
Forey?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Monster
Of course,
Matinee.
Kyle knows him.
It's a good girl.
Boy.
Come on. Come on.
Kyle's gonna have a lot of fun.
Monster of
Oh yeah,
Frankenstein.
those are really nice blue covers on that run there.
Revenge.
Fluke's still trying to fight to get that original artwork back.
Oh yeah. Do I even know who's got it?
Uh-oh. Somebody got a
Yeah,
toy.
yeah.
Somebody got a toy.
Yeah, that's some
Somebody got a toy.
fabulous stuff there from Flug. Oh, okay. This is the novelization one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a single friend. Phantom.
Neil
Strange.
Adams.
Gorgeous Adams cover there. Yeah.
I like it.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
I finished my Phantom Stranger run, thank goodness.
That's right. I remember your Phantom whatever
Yeah.
project.
Yeah, project. I remember myself.
Kevin, how vicious you
That's
are.
right, Adam Hawk, right.
You win. You win. Now what? You win. You win. I can get it.
Oh, Animal Trainer. Well, I got that one.
That's such a good girl. Come here. I know you want me to tuck so
This one
bad.
I love.
Gosh.
Iron Messiah. That's a crazy one. A witch doctor plus a robot.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Nice.
That's a crossover of things.
Another
Isn't it?
Neil Adams.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nuts, man. That is bizarre. All right. I think the wife is calling me, guys, so I gotta get off.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Yeah,
All right,
no
guys.
worries.
I'll see you Saturday.
Well,
Yeah,
done.
See, have a good stream tonight. I won't be able to
All
watch
right,
it
thanks.
today now. See you
All right,
later.
bye, Kyle.
Bye, Roger.
Bye, Ray.
Last one, Gray Man.
Last one.
All right, puppy. I got to give other people attention now.
Well, we're going to call that quits now. We'll all shown out.
Hold on. I got to talk to these people for a minute, you jealous puppy. So jealous. So jealous. So jealous.
Stranger covers were really inspired.
All right.
There's some great covers. In fact,
Well, it was fun while I was around, gents. Yes, I saw you throw that at my feet. This is what I'm playing with.
yeah. Have we got anyone on tomorrow, Kyle?
Scott was going to be on, but he's got COVID, so it's just going to be us. So it's
Right.
basically, I told Bill we're going to kind of circle around Bill again, maybe ask him a few questions.
Yeah,
Ray,
yeah,
you want to be
yeah,
on
yeah.
tomorrow?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'll probably be working.
Oh, okay. Because, yeah.
It's early
Yeah,
on.
You guys are on early, right?
Yeah.
Normally.
I mean, because what I want to do is like, sure we can interview all the comic pros, but I'd like to interview Ray about a few things. Just talk to him about his history of collection. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And my mom sends her love to
Not much to
you
know.
guys. Gray, her adopted son, because she likes Gray more than me on these shows now.
Well, she has good taste.
Yeah.
We're going to bugger off then. I've got to go. I've got a bloody job centre appointment in the morning. Bloody 10:10. Boring. Right. See you later, everyone.
All right. Love you, Mom.
Bye.
Let's
Later.
play the music and we can all dance. Mummy, dance along as well.
All right, I get the dog to dance.
I'll have a great amazing day. Have a great amazing
Have a great amazing day.
Oh, have a amazing day.
Amazing day.
All right, there's the great.
Bye.